212.
What up, Nine?
Yeah, we ain't about to do all that. We back. We back. We back because we never left. Yeah, we just go get it through. Hey, man. All right, we back, man. Yeah, we back. We sound better. We sound better. All right, what to do with the businesses? What we into? What we getting into? With my 33 brother. Um, hey, man, I want to say, I do want to touch on something real quick, though, if y'all don't mind. I just want to, I just want to sincerely give my condolences to all the people who didn't make it through the rapture. Meaning, I know y'all wanted to be up out of here, but y'all still here. So condolences to y'all, man. I know it sucked. Y'all got to still stay down here with us, people who wasn't worthy to be raptured up. But um, yeah, man, condolences to y'all, man. I'm petty, the motherfucker. Let me stop being petty. Yeah, condolences to all the people who still here who didn't, be rapturedized. If that's a word.
Oh yeah, it's time to be petty then. They should have left this on petty.
Oh man, they didn't get
It's
rapturedized.
crazy. They play too much. There's a whole bunch of people in South Africa sitting there talking about they going into raptures. I'm like, what?
They ain't
Wait a
drink the
minute. Who
Kool-Aid.
told y'all this?
They ain't drink the Kool-Aid.
They got Kool-Aid in South Africa?
Yeah. Well, call Jim. You
They
know better
call somebody.
call
They
Jim.
was trying to call Jesus.
Maybe they calling him by the wrong name. That's why he ain't talking. You think they can be it?
He said,
The shoe was
Jesus
like,
said what that J is.
the shoe was sitting there like I was gonna come down, but y'all keep calling Jesus, so I'm gonna just chill and let Jesus handle it. I'm telling you, that's what happened when you call about
Let me
people by the wrong name, bro.
call me by my
That's what happened, bro. When you fuck around call a person by the wrong name and shit. Why y'all ass been waiting 2,000 years? Because y'all keep calling the wrong goddamn person. I do the same thing. I do like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna let Jesus handle it. Shit, they don't want me. They want Jesus. So go ahead and handle it. Shit.
I'm I, I'm laughing. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all hear all of this stuff. Y'all hear all of these voices. Y'all hear your conscience talking to you. I don't know how that works. I'm really trying to understand how that works. I swear, I don't know how that works. I really
Man,
don't.
my wife was showing me videos where people was quitting their job, bro. They was selling their belongings, like giving away their belongings, and then like, can you imagine that shit, bro? You quit your job and then you wake up the next day like, I'm gonna pay my mortgage. There you go. Cool Athens. What up, though, my brother?
How we doing there? Room for the white boy tonight? Room for the white boy?
Yeah, man. We're talking about
Hey,
the
that,
rapture, bro. What you
all
think
right.
about the rapture, bro? Was
What were
you
you guys talking about? South Africa before?
well, we was talking. He was talking about it was people down in South Africa waiting for the rapture, chilling in the caves and shit.
Kool-Aid, he said, right? Did he say what he said? Say got Kool-Aid down there? That was funny. I like that. I like that.
Mm.
I've been reading up on the iceberg theory, man. I've been going crazy with the superego and the difference
Yeah, you
between
like that?
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I love it. I ain't read up on it in a while, but I'm real big on it, real big on that. And when you brought it up the other night, I said, I'm going to dedicate a little bit of time to it. So I spent a couple hours reading about it since you and I spoke.
And see, like I love theories, right? But I make it practical too. So that's one of the models I look at, and I can associate it to like uh the way I evolve, and like it's a good barometer, it's a
Definitely,
good starting point. You know what I'm saying?
definitely,
And
definitely,
then as you experience, you'll put your own nuances. You'll see different
absolutely.
nuances that you can apply to it. So, and I think it's good for people to like, because when we say ego, I think we say it from a powerless point, right? Because people don't truly understand it. So if they can
That's
get
right.
some concept of it and be able to utilize it, not just use it, 'cause people get confused between the words use and utilize, but you can actually
Yeah.
utilize it to your benefit. So
They don't understand
that's
that
why,
it's not a negative thing, right? That's what you're saying. It's powerless, like you said. Like they hear, oh, it's his ego. And they're like, you don't understand it. If he didn't have his ego, he wouldn't have succeeded in the first place.
hmm
I
hmm
like what you said the other night when you were talking about how, not having a big enough ego ended up making him fail. And I was like, oh, I like that. That's
yeah.
so true. It's true. It's true.
And see, like I was real heavy into like the Buddhism, and when I got into philosophy, like the Stoic aspects. I incorporated. You ever read the Five Ring Miyamoto? You know who
Mm-mm.
that is?
I never read it.
Bad motherfucker, bro. If you like philosophy, bro, he
Yeah.
was the baddest swordsman in Japan, bro. He took on
Yeah.
62 opponents and took them all out, bro. Bad
Was
motherfucker.
he
His
was he a
philosophy is dope.
religious, or was he a fighter with what's it called, the shogun? What do they call that? Samurai. Was he a
Yeah,
samurai?
he was a Ronin because you're a samurai when you have a master, but after you lose a master, you become a Ronin.
Become a Ronin. That Ronin.
Yeah,
Ronin. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
one's higher? Which one's higher, Ronin or samurai?
Well, samurai, they the same thing. So the samurai has a master, the Ronin doesn't. So he's
Oh,
like a warrior with no one to fight for.
gotcha, gotcha.
So,
They call like a Indian. What like what's the Indian, the Native American that doesn't have a tribe? Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, well, we call it the
There's a
Shulamite,
native.
but I
Mm,
don't know theirs. We call
it,
it a Shulamite. But
okay.
and what is? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
there's a
don't know their
term for a
name.
Native American that goes off, like that doesn't have the master, that doesn't have a chief, that falls on,
Yeah.
and he goes, and he's name. I never understood that Ronin thing. I see there was a couple movies about it, so that means he doesn't train under anyone. You're saying
Well, he has no
master?
country or no master to fight for.
Gotcha,
So it's not that he
gotcha,
don't train. Samurai constantly train. They live to fight. So they constantly train, constantly honing their skills. But this person just don't have like you can say a country to fight for, but it's really a master.
gotcha. I didn't want to interrupt and take over that super ego topic, so you guys please go back to what you were speaking about. I like to
Nah,
listen.
you good. No, no, no. You good. You good. No, you good.
Okay,
I'm learning from you
okay.
guys right now. Y'all good.
Yeah, you
See,
ever
look,
heard of that?
there,
You ever heard what we're talking about? Sigmund Freud's his iceberg theory.
I never got into it. I heard about it. I didn't
Yeah,
know which way, the conclusion was gonna go, but I never got
sure.
into it. I heard about it.
Yeah, really helpful. Like when you take like Psych 101 or like Abnormal Psych or then philosophy, you
Yeah.
might stumble upon it. That's what happened with me. And then I took a couple of years, dedicated to it. And then I haven't read up on it in a while. And then he brought it up the other night. So I just, it's always good to go back over, right? And read stuff that you read before that you might have forgotten, stuff like that, and bring new ideas to your head.
Throughout the
Nothing wrong
years,
with polishing up.
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
throughout the
I think
years
the
with
I think the
my bad,
biggest
go
thing is the bottom, the bottom of the iceberg, right?
ahead.
Your unconscious. That's the fear, That's like like a
Yeah.
fact, right? Like that's the fear, right? And and the conscious is above the iceberg, right? And like I seen
Mhm.
a couple diagrams that a couple people were writing that it's like 10% of thought compared to 90% underneath, and
Yeah.
a couple people were debating on what percentage of like your brain, and that makes you think like how much stuff do you do on autopilot, right? When it's got numbers like that you're not even thinking, like how we breathe. What do you think about that?
I
Mm.
think majority of people, unless you become aware and change, I think majority of the people actually function maybe 20 at maximum percent on the conscious level. Most
It's
things I think
interesting.
is done.
Interesting.
Most people like this is how I come to that conclusion. Most people are impulsive, bro. You say something and they react. That's not thinking.
Yes.
That's preconceived understanding they're using, and they're not in real time critical thinking about what's going on. They're responding off how they feel about things versus how they think about it.
That's
So
right.
that's what I always tell people is actually more beneficial to think than to feel.
That's well said, man. Well said. And I always like to, bring it to people who are in a place of authority like police. You know how I like to do that. And they are, I
Yeah.
think, the number one most guilty of reacting on feeling. Wouldn't you agree?
Hmm.
Yeah, big time.
I agree because it sometimes in that position, and I'm not justifying it, but I understand it. And to actually come to solutions, you have to not emotionally judge something, but like I'm saying, critically think. So, their job in general depends on their reflexes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I do. You're right.
everybody is not a threat, but you have to be prepared for the threat to actually react to it.
That's
So,
correct.
um, so they are in an impulsive state. But it's the way you counteract that is train your impulse, right? And I don't think they do that adequately enough. I
Oh,
don't
oh,
think they
that's
train
you're
the
absolutely correct.
impulse.
That's one of the
Yeah,
biggest things that I think needs to change. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, my biggest thing is, the people that are in this community with me and in this cause, they're not real. They're not being realistic. Okay. Oh, how can this
Mhm.
cop act this way? And it's like, okay, listen. Of course, I don't agree with his behavior, but you have to understand why he's doing it. You realize that these cameras, right? These everything's new right now. They've been doing things a certain way for decades. Some of them. You think they're going to change? Absolutely not. Like, people write in the comments, I don't even know why you do it. This cop's not going to change. Of course, he's not going to change. It's impossible for him to change, right? We, I try to explain to people this is going to take decades, 30, 40 years down the line, to get to where we want it to be, right?
Might take longer than that.
You're right. It could. It's definitely going to take generations. One of the biggest problems I have is the Fifth Amendment, the police officer, and I understand why he does it, but police officers think that citizens are not cooperating when they don't answer questions. And we have to change the police's mindset on that. They have to look at the citizen like they're using their Fifth Amendment, right? They're not cooperating. And that's going to take, like you said, maybe 50 years too. But that's the mindset that we're trying to get at.
But do you
Your
think? Do
logical
you think
thinker. What up,
because they
though,
lie?
sis?
Logical thinker, what's up, sis? I saw your comments, but I was waiting for them to finish their conversation. But do you guys think because the police has the authority to lie, they think everybody else is going to lie to them? So they think, that Fifth Amendment shouldn't work because they automatically assume people are lying because they're lying?
You're definitely right about that. Like when we have a certain behavior and think a certain way, whether you like it or not, most people see that in the other people and they can't even help it. So that's a great point. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Like how we like how we talk about people being impulsive. What people also do is project their own experience
Yes, that's what he
on the
said.
other
Like
one.
in his own way
Yeah,
about lying. That was a great point.
yeah, they project. So they perceive you like they perceive they something because that's what they're aware of. That's what
That's
they're
right.
um. So a lot of times, like when you dealing with police, that's it's a touchy subject because the reality is we do need people in these positions, but
Oh
we
yeah.
need better people. That's just what it is. And the human condition, for some reason, we think because people have certain statuses or occupations, we hold them up as these authority figures, and really, it's like they still fucking humans, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you get racist ass people who become cops, and you get people who really want to do the job. You get so that's why it's hard for me to generalize. Talking about like police because it's like being black, bro. Everybody think, oh, because I'm black, I might be gangster or hood because I have some of the traits, bro. When I walk around, bro, you would be like, yeah, I look like stereotypical black person, bro. I do. I wear hoodies and shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wear boots in the summer. Like you be like, oh, this one. But then when you talk to me, you be like, oh shit, like this ain't that one. Like nah, bro. So that's prejudice or that
I'm
prejudgment,
kind of
bro.
the same way. Like I'm a white boy that dresses kind of punk rock, like the Vans,
Yeah.
right, or the chain wallet. But then when you speak to me, we start talking about super ego, and they're like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Mhm.
So I hear that. I never judge a book, though. I never do, and
Yeah.
like I've really trained myself because I fucking hate racism. You understand that? Like I hate it. I think it's deplorable. You know what I mean? Like. And what's funny?
I think
If
it's
you
a
guys
mental
ever
illness, bro.
have you ever found that page on ChatGPT or Google Gemini where it tells you things about yourself that the computer figured out? Did you find that page yet?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Yo, I found this. Yeah, I found this page, and it said that like I have certain family members, right, like nieces, and then it said like School of Athens hates racism. Like it actually said it on there. I was like, holy shit! Like they really like they know this thing. I swear. I was like, this thing knows me. Like it's scary. It's scary because like what I searched and stuff, they can figure out from what you searched and like, yeah, it's on there.
Like, bro, I was, when I first seen Facebook, like when Facebook very first came out, I'm looking at it. I didn't get on it until like 2000. I don't know when I got it. I know when I was
I
married
got
to my,
on in 08, 2008.
nah, it was like 12 or something I got on it.
Yeah, I
But
wasn't
you
on
know why I
MySpace.
wouldn't, you know why I wouldn't get on it? Because it was different from MySpace, bro. It was different because I was watching my ex-wife on it, and they kept pulling up ads from shit that it was putting ads on her page and shit she was searching. And I'm like, bro, they collecting. I'm like, they collecting your,
Personalized advertisement.
bro. I'm like, bro, they learning your behavior. That's what they're tracking your
I
behavior.
know, I
That's
know, I
that's the
know.
very first thing I seen. And now this shit is on a whole nother. Bro. And
Yeah,
even
it
talking to
is.
Amanda, she was like, it's stuff that like you can say stuff around your phone, and then all of a sudden it pop up in your search.
Bro, I was talking to my friend about the fantasy football trophy for my league. And all of a sudden on YouTube, it popped up and I didn't search for it. I swear I looked. I was like, did
Bro,
I
I'm
search for
telling
this thing? I said, did I
you.
search for this thing? What the fuck? Like, yeah, I went to Yahoo Fantasy Football League, but like, I didn't search for it. I didn't type it in. Like, what the fuck?
So I love ChatGPT.
Yo,
You
yo,
know,
you seen that movie Don't Look Up? The Leonardo DiCaprio?
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember Ariana Grande's in it? She plays the singer in it, right? Do
Hmm.
you remember? And then do you remember her and her boyfriend like break up, and then she comes out with a new song, and that one guy's phone just buys the song automatically because he's like, "Oh, I
Hmm.
want to buy." Wait a minute, my phone did it for me already, and he like bought the song for him already. That's the shit that's gonna happen, bro. I swear. That movie's funny, man. You know, the British actor that plays like the Steve Jobs type of guy. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit is what, because that came out before the AI. That is exactly how the AI is now. It coddles you. Did you notice that or no?
Bro, listen, let me tell
Go
you,
ahead.
bro. All the movies are conditioning and they're literally conditioning and desensitizing you to what's coming. All this shit, all this entertainment, bro, all the shit, crazy shit we see is literally. Think about um, look how as a country we look at violence, right? 20, 30, well, I say 30 years ago now. It's 2020. God damn, bro, I'm getting old. Hold on, so
1994, right? The
like,
LA, the LA riots, right? The LA, we'll take the
yeah,
LA.
like say in the early '90s, late '80s, bro, violence wasn't projected on regular television, bro. You had to. I remember these videos called "Faces of Death," bro. That's
Oh,
the
I
only way
remember
you
that
could see some
shit. I
crazy.
remember
You
that.
remember that, bro? That's the
Yeah,
only way you
because
could see some crazy stuff. Not
they
even just
passed it
going.
around high school, right? I don't want to interrupt you, but they like it was like one tape, and like all the guys passed it around high school because we couldn't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like we only had one copy. Go ahead.
Bro, check this out. Yesterday I was scrolling through Twitter, right? And I'm on Twitter, so I'm not thinking nothing of it. And it was like these babies playing on the balcony. And I'm like, oh, the baby's, playing on the balcony. And I'm looking like, damn, the baby climbed over. And I'm thinking like, this is a video on social media. It's a baby. I'm thinking like, oh, they're gonna have the adult run out and say, you know how they had them videos with adult. No, bro, the baby fell like 3 stories
Oh
and you heard
my
the cry and
God.
everything. I'm like, bro, they just showed that shit on here. I'm
You
like,
know,
this
you
is
make a
oh,
great point. You make a great point because I always talk about pornography and how it's different today. But you're right, it's just the same as violence. You're absolutely
hmm,
right. No, you're absolutely right because Faces of Death was so hard to get. Like I had to beg
yes.
my friend who had the copy of that tape, and he had it for like a couple weeks, and we got it. Like me and my boys got it, and then we had a whole movie night, and all the guys got together. We smoked up, rolled some blunts, and we watched that shit. Remember the guy got hit by the truck going down. We're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Now all you do is type. Guy falls off balcony. Guy gets hit by car. You're so right.
Hmm.
No, you're right. That if that's like that affects people, man. That
So
that
so now and think about this now like think about how unconsciously people walking in schools and that's why we seeing all this stuff, bro. People are conditioned to violence and they desensitized to it
100%.
until it happens to them. When it happens to them, they like, oh shit, this is fucked up. But when it ain't happening to you, you like you used to it.
Yeah,
You
you're
used to it,
right.
bro.
No,
How we
you're
saying
right.
people function on the subconscious level? That's the way you control people, bro.
That's a
That's the
great point. That's a
man.
great point. And I
You still
never
have
really
to
thought of
dedicate
it
my
with
ass.
violence. That's a great point. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I'm from Long Island, like Eastern Long Island, and we're having serious problems with the public schools and guns. And there's a public school that's on the North Shore that's mostly white, and then there's a public school a little bit farther east that's predominantly black, and they both had an issue with a gun being brought to school. And guess what? The white school, when it happened, it got like swept. Like you couldn't find it in the news. There was
Mhm.
one thing with it, and then it was like swept. And then the black school, do you know what happened? It was on the
They
front
blew
page
that
of the
shit up.
paper, and
Yeah.
they put a metal detector in 2 days later.
And the
And
police was there.
so yeah, they have their own like task force over there on that one. That's called William. It's called William Floyd High School out in Shirley Mastic, Eastern Long Island.
Yeah,
But you want to know
master.
what's
Right.
fucked up? The white school. You know how the gun got brought? The father was a police officer, and the son and the father had the
Mm.
same backpack, and the kid brought the wrong backpack off the table, the kitchen table, and went to school, and then opened his bag and found it in the bag. So he went straight to principal and said, "Listen, I brought a gun to school. It's my father's. He's a police officer. I'm sorry." You think the father got any type of trouble or anything? Nope. They just swept that shit right under the rug, bro.
Playing it away.
Bullshit.
Ron, what up?
Bullshit.
Bros, what up, my
Yeah,
brother?
Who's that?
it be like that.
My brother Brian.
Bronze
What
Bird?
up,
Let me ask
cousin?
you a question.
What up? Hey, that's my cousin in the chat. What up, T?
Wait, is that Bronze Bird? Nah, right?
That's Brian's flat power.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Oh, I see it there. How you doing? I was gonna say. I thought my boy Bronze Bird was here for a second.
I see you, cuz. Hold on, let me give you a rent, man. I don't want nobody to make mistakes and delete my cousin out of there. What up, though, sis? That's like my big sister, man. My cousin Tania in the chat.
Shout,
Shout out to her, man.
shout out to her. Shout out to her.
And we just sitting up here
Let me ask
talking.
you a
Hey, my
question.
mama. What up, mama? My mama in the chat too. What up, mom? Love you too, baby. I love you
What's up?
too. I'm
What's
gonna
up,
get
my
down there.
dude?
I'm gonna get down there soon. I'm gonna get down there soon, baby. I'm gonna get down there soon. I'm getting stronger. I should be able to travel 4 hours in a car now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, Let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys think that logical thinking is becoming like common sense is dying every day?
I think it's always been like gone like for a while, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the way that we interact on like especially this, because I've been doing it for about 2 years now. It's a different type of interaction. People playing video games with each other, like on the headset, not next to each other, not speaking to each other and hanging out outside. That's changing the way we think. So I would say yeah, and that's one of the reasons why.
Mm.
Like in real life, you have consequences and repercussions, right? And I say in real life, like one on one. So like you wouldn't say a lot of things in a person's face that you'll say online. So people start adopting that attitude. That's why they interact with the way, like even online, bro. I didn't experience like playing games.
Yep.
Games usually bring people together. You have fun, see who the best or whatever. But like online game, I'm talking about little kids from out of the
You're
country
trash,
calling me
bro.
an
You
N word.
trash.
Like, what the? No, like really going in, calling me N word,
I
doxing me, and
know.
doing crazy shit because I'm better than them in the game. Like, bro, I had people shut my game down. Like they hacked me. I'm like, what the
I
hell's
know.
going on? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this internet gave people freedom to explore their ignorance. That's how I look at it. It just gave them the
because
freedom to explore their ignorance. Bro.
yeah, why? Because you see, like 1996, I was at the mall playing Mortal Kombat 2, and I put my quarter up, and I play against the guy. Now, I beat the guy up real bad. I say, yo, good game, pound, right? Okay. Now, the next game, I play against someone. He comes up, he puts his quarter up, he kicks my ass. If I said, yo, you ninja, or yo, fuck you, you trash, mother, I better get ready to get slapped. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be prepared to defend yourself if you start, hate speech or. Now, when you online playing with people, you could say whatever you want. And because the way you interact online, when they are in public, maybe they slip up because they're used to acting this certain way
Hmm.
when they're online. And then what happens after that? I mean, I don't know, I think that definitely happens. What do you think?
Like if you look at the like illogical thinkers, he said it's all by design. The government and or I can't even say that word. Don't want us to think and remain emotional, and that's true. That's how people. That's how you manipulate people. You don't manipulate them. If you manipulate a person's emotions, then you can manipulate the way they think.
Right. Look at Hitler.
Because yeah, and so that's how most people that's how people are now. People are emotional. They're impulsive. They're not critically thinking. If people think, then it'd be hard to manipulate because they see. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they got the
Yeah.
experience. But if you can keep a person emotional, they're going to stay capricious. They're going to stay impulsive. They're not going to. They're going to react versus respond. They
That's
don't
right.
want you to respond to things. They want you to react. You know.
That's
So
right. That's good.
yeah, I agree with that.
I like that.
Commander, what up? What up,
So
Nine? The lady of the nine, Minister the General of Defense is in the building. Stop playing
What
with me.
up,
Stop
nine?
playing with me. That's
I
my
like his
nine. That's
I like
my
his
nine.
question. I like how he asked. So, like, I like the Socratic method. And you posed a question, right? So you said, is common sense dying, right? Just general question. You probing, and like, you want to have a conversation with somebody. You ask that question. Both of us posed our opinion, and then back that opinion with a couple facts, right? Like I explained about the arcade and this and that, and you explained about reacting and being emotional. That type of conversation, this type of like dynamics that's what's dying. Would you agree?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude,
And I
you know
think
what'd be so
because,
fun?
go ahead.
You know what'd be funny?
Go
Like,
ahead.
like just how we had this back and forth.
Yeah,
We're saying we might not be saying the same exact thing, but we're saying similar things. So we're on the same page. We have better understanding. Most people just want to be right.
that's right.
They be saying the same goddamn thing, but it's because they say it exactly like them, then now they arguing. I'm like, bro,
That's
that should
right.
be so fucking weird. I'd be like, y'all just said
Sycophancy.
the same thing, man.
That's
What is going on?
sycophancy. That's a sycophancy, right? That's what that is. It's
Mm-hmm.
sycophants,
Yep.
You
It's
usually have one
sycophancy.
alpha, and you have one alpha, and then you have the surroundings just telling them that they're right. And there's no disagreement. There's no education. There's no seeking of knowledge. And I think the biggest thing, the way we interact, like you ask that question, there are people, when you ask that question, they will take that as not as a question. They'll take that as an accusation of you saying to them that they don't have common sense, right? Like, how many times have you asked somebody a question? Thank you. How many times have you asked somebody a question and the person takes
Mhm.
it as, yo, that I don't do that. And I'm like, wait, I didn't
You the one
say,
subliminal. Like, hold on,
yeah.
what?
Said, I didn't say you did,
That's-
man. I asked you a question.
You know, that's why I tell them like I don't do subs, I do superliminals. I love fucking with people with that. They be like, "What's a superliminal?" Go look it up.
Yeah.
It's information above your understanding, but it's like planting a seed.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
Inception. Inception. That's Inception. That's what they like the
mm-hmm,
movie. Yep, that's what it is.
mm-hmm.
Nate, what's going on, Nate?
Nate the Great is in the building. What to do with the business is? Hey,
I have
this
to.
dude right here, Nate
Uh-huh.
Athens. Like, if you ever heard of Jadakiss and DMX, he sound like
I love
Jadakiss
Jada
and
Kiss.
DMX had a baby. Yeah, that's
Hell
how he
yeah.
sound. He sound like Jadakiss and DMX
Ah,
had a baby.
yo, DMX
That's
is
my boy Nate.
poetic, man. Yeah, DMX is one of my
Yeah.
favorites, man. I like boom, 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 open the door, ATF. Because I was you gotta I graduated 2000. Pull over, take a breather. But like DMX, the first two albums, that's all. My friend got his license
Oh
first,
man.
and then he picked up the five of us in the Lincoln Cutlass, right? And
Mm.
we blasting DMX every morning. The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog,
No,
every morning.
man,
And
bro.
we'd be pulling into high school, and we roll down the windows, and smoke just be pluming out because of the Garcia Vega green tubes back then. Like, oh my god.
Damn, man, you
Damn.
taking me back to high school, man. My mama here, I can't say all what I was doing at that time.
You bet not.
Yeah, I was a white boy,
I
but I hung out with
love me, bro.
everybody,
I'm
man.
41, so my mama still whoop my butt, bro. I'm cool. I'm
We
good.
It
ran
wasn't
shit.
him,
We ran.
Mama Word. It wasn't him. He projected. He projected.
That's good shit.
Hmm.
We
I
ran shit
remember. I
though.
remember the
Hmm.
first time I remember like clear as day. The first time my mama see me high, and she a nurse, right? So I come in the house. I know I probably smell like it, but she was like, "Come here, let me look at your eyes." She got the flashlight. She was like, "You high?" I'm like, "Huh?" I couldn't even say no. I just kept saying, "Huh." She was
Yeah, you
like,
couldn't look up.
"Go lay your ass down. You better not be smoking this." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh man,
you know how
damn."
my parents knew? It's because I stole the pipe from above the fireplace. Right? My pops had the pipe above the fireplace, and I used that to
Yeah,
smoke it.
the-
That '90s weed was so shitty. It was all rated and stuff. Uh,
man, my people grew weed, so we
That
had some
music was
fire
good
shit.
though, and that hip hop, man. I
Man,
love that shit.
I wish we can go back to that days,
Ah,
bro.
I used to go to the city once a week, bro, for a hip hop show or for a punk show, man. I mean, I seen them all, bro. I seen the Jizza out in Long Island. I seen so many New York hip hops. Q-Tip, bro. I met Q-Tip a couple times. He was
Oh,
so fun.
Q-Tip, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, Q-Tip dope, bro.
He was
I love
so
me some
cool,
Q-Tip.
man. So cool. Breathe and stop for real. He had that place
Yeah, give
popping.
me what you got. Right, I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
just breathe,
Breathe and stop for
really.
real. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I got that shit on vinyl.
Mm,
I showed you my
Vinyl,
vinyls. You
man.
remember? I showed you my vinyls.
yeah,
Do you remember?
yeah,
I got 800 of them. I came up and showed you.
bro. Look,
Damn,
everything
vinyl.
happened for a
Woo.
reason. I am so happy you came up here because I ain't gonna lie to you. I was going into that petty phase, and then my mama popped in here, bro. I would have been like, "Mama, please forgive
Yeah.
me, for I know not
Yeah.
what I do." My mama probably be over there cracking up too, though. When I get petty, bro, I'm hilarious, bro. I'm kind of funny, man. When I want
Yeah.
to be.
Don't
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
me. We gonna call
Yeah.
you tomorrow morning.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
did a
she
lot
We
of
gonna
gonna.
call you
partying though
tomorrow.
back then. A lot of partying in high school. A lot. 90s was cool, man, because nobody was doing that Vicodin and shit yet.
Yeah,
It wasn't
we was doing
because
all that crazy shit.
that shit ruined lives, and that wasn't around
Mhm.
back then. We used to drink, it would do some acid, and a lot of
What the hell?
psychedelics.
We ain't do all that. We just smoke weed and drink, bro.
No, no, I
But
got
I
it
ain't
out of
never
my
did no
system.
acid, bro.
Yeah, high school and
I,
college, I did a
it was it
ton
was
of
some shit,
psychedelics.
bro. It was Man, it was some shit people had. I'd be like, nah, I'm straight, bro. I ain't about to try. Like people talk about. I remember the first time, like I was playing AU baseball, and we had this party, and we went across. There's one street to separate like Detroit, the hood, from the suburb. The suburb, Grosse Point. One street separated. So
Gotcha.
I go. He live over there, so I go over there. He like 14, 15, having a house party, this big ass house, all these white people around. There's like four black
All
people
these
on the
white
team.
people around, I love you.
Yeah, man. So we sitting there, and at the time we was hitting a little weed or whatever, but we wasn't I wasn't drinking at the time. We hit a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
weed
yeah.
or whatever. But they was like, "Yeah, man, we got some acid," and I'm like, "What's acid?" They was like,
Oh
"Dude, you got
yeah.
to try it. It make your face melt." I'm like,
Oh
"Fuck is
yeah.
you trying things to make your face melt?" Like, nah, I'm straight, bro.
Oh yeah. Jimi Hendrix style. He'd
Like,
be putting
I
that shit
gotta go
underneath his
home, bro. My
headband.
mama black, bro.
I
Like, I
gotta
can't
go
come home talking
home.
about no face melting.
Yo, you
Like,
too
nah.
funny.
Like, bro, I can't go home with my face. I go home and watching my mama face melt. She be like, "What the hell you get into?" Like,
Yo,
hell no. Man,
yo,
my
that's
mama black.
so
Don't play that
funny.
shit, bro.
My
Mm-mm.
mama black. I gotta go home.
Mm-mm. I ain't play that shit. I remember I was grown, bro, and I was hanging out with these dudes. I worked in the look, man. Some of the biggest drug addicts work in the hospital, bro. I don't care if y'all believe it or not. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers be doing everything. I go to a party. And I'm a black kid, right? I just got into this anesthesia position, so I'm around all these high profile motherfuckers. So I go to this party, and they was like, "We doing shrooms." I'm like, "I ain't never did that shit." They was like, "Oh, it'll be fun." I'm like, "Well, let me see you do it first." So I'm chilling with this dude, and um, Kid Rock, the black girl who drummed for him, he was at the party, right? I'm like, "Damn, that's Kid Rock's drummer." Like, "Damn, that's he be getting down on the drum." So she taking mushrooms. I'm like, "Damn, she black and she taking them. Like, maybe they cool." Man, the dude who invited me was sitting there. He taking it. He was like, "It's coming out of the wall." He started punching the wall. Man, I swear,
Oh
bro, I climbed
shit.
out the window and went
Yeah.
home. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck y'all done took and what y'all about to do. Y'all punching walls and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
I'm talking about get the guns. It's coming. I'm like, hell no. I'm one of the only black
Yeah.
people here. Yeah, I'm straight,
You
bro.
know,
That's like, nah.
you got to use mushrooms outside with a big area. That's when we did. We took the mushrooms at the beach and slept over and stuff like that. That's a safe place, man. You get enclosed like that, that is no good. No good.
And the first time I did mushrooms, bro, I sat on my front porch and was talking to some fools for about an hour. Well, that was one of
Oh,
the best
yeah.
conversations I ever had in my life, bro. I
Oh,
started
yeah, man.
learning about vibrations and frequencies and everything. The tools taught me, bro. Like, yeah, Tula did that.
Hell yeah, you just laughing so hard your heart hurts. Man, we
Seven
Everybody
just
five
ain't
used
what's
built for
going
it, bro.
on?
755, what to do with the business is. Yeah, everybody ain't built for that, bro.
nah, you're right,
That's
you're
why
right.
they're laughing at me.
But I don't like bullying. Never did. I ain't conceited, but we played sports in high school and shit. So we hung out with like the girls on like the kick line and stuff, and we'd buy kegs, and we bring them into the woods. We charge $5 a cup, make some money, but everybody was invited, like, and no fucking around, like you ain't fucking with people and shit like that. Like we made sure like shit was cool, always.
Man, you did that shit we see on TV on Dawson's Creek and shit.
Correct. That way, you know what's so funny you said that because my girlfriend,
He's
we
Long
dated,
Island boy.
we dated like 4 years, bro. 4 years, and that was her favorite show. I had to watch that every week with
Dawson's
her.
Creek. Bro,
Yeah,
that was
cause
my shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I
yeah,
ain't
I
gonna lie,
seen.
bro.
I
Yeah,
was
that
kind of
was
like Pacey, the Joshua Jackson guy. That was kind of me, That was like me.
man, that shit was man.
But they
Like
no black
you,
people in that. I mean, come on, how could you not have one black guy on the fucking
yeah.
show? Like, not one black guy? Like, Jesus.
It's a place
Beverly
called Dawson's Creek, man. Ain't no black people in no damn place called Dawson's Creek.
Massachusetts, right? New England. Oh shit! Imagine Dawson's Creek, like Louisiana, the Bayou style. Like
Right.
It was a sundown town.
that's funny, bro. That's funny. Oh man, I watched them all with my girlfriend. She loved all that shit. Beverly Hills, 90210, Dawson's Creek,
I haven't watched that, bro. That shit.
One
I
Tree
can't.
Hill. She watched all that shit.
I watched Dawson's Creek because we ain't had cable, and that was one of the free channels, and you watch that shit going to sleep.
Yeah,
That
it
Demon
was.
Warrior. Hey, y'all remember Dr. Queen Medicine Woman? That was my shit.
Yeah. Was she rolling around like on roller skates or something one episode
No,
or
she,
not?
no, she was. This was like in the West. This
I
was back
remember
in the
that.
West. Yeah,
I remember it though. I remember that. I remember that in like Northern Exposure. I remember that one too.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that
That
shit.
No.
show. Yeah, that's the '90s, right? Damn.
That's like
You listen.
early 90s. That's like
All right,
90, like 90.
I'm gonna bring up a show. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it was called a Babylon 5. You ever watch that shit or no?
Babylon 5, yeah.
Oh, that was my
Yeah.
shit. I love that show. I was so into the different alien species and how they compared it to the different countries, right? Like Earth was the United
Yeah.
States and that one was Russia and one, oh, I love that. That was so cool.
Yeah, Sex in
That
the
was
City.
subliminal.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, it
have
was.
I watched that when I got older.
My
We didn't have
girlfriend. That was
HBO
all
back
my
then.
girlfriend.
Did they
J-
used to
j-
come on HBO?
Yeah, she lives so that's where I live close to. I live like 20 minutes away from all those fucking rich people like in the Hamptons, that's like East Hampton and that lady lives right there. Her and Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker from
Oh, you
Sex
out
in the
there out
City.
there. You good.
Yeah, I'm East, bro. So the first
You out there
exit,
out
so you ever heard of
there.
the Long Island Expressway, right? That's the interstate
Yeah,
that goes across.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
exit one is the Queens Midtown Tunnel, and then exit 73 is Riverhead, and that's where I live, all the way out there. In the
You by
70s
Riverhead?
exits. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm real close. I'm skipping a jump.
Uh,
I, li- I lived in Riverhead for a little while.
yeah, I
There's
used to
a
have
lot of
family
New
in
Yorkers
Riverhead.
on.
You ever been to
There's a,
Riverhead?
Yeah, I have family in Riverhead.
Joe, do you know the Greens? Have you ever heard of the Greens in Riverhead?
No,
The
what the
Gr-
hell, my great grandpa? He lived
the
on Main
Greens.
Street, 325
Okay,
North
so
Main Street.
that's right. So Main Street's 25. And then if you head
Hmm.
east on the north side of 25, if you head like maybe 2 miles, 3 miles down, it's a neighborhood called the Greens. and it's very like low income housing. It's it's heavily black area, and it used to be a
Yeah.
golf course. That's why they call it the Greens, and you can't get in there unless like you know somebody. So I had a friend that I met out one night at the bar, black guy, real nice guy, and he lived in the Greens. He goes, "You want to come to my house for a party?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And we, I go with him to the, and they shut down the whole neighborhood, bro. I mean, every house had a barbecue, bro, front yard, backyards. And bro, when I tell
Backyard,
you,
yeah.
I was the only white boy, like in this. So I mean, but it was so much fun because of the food, man. Like that culture, with they had collard greens, they had pork on a roast with oh, it was delicious, and I had an in because my boy, and I had so much
Right.
fun. Oh, that the fried chicken was so good. It makes you like the water spits out of your tongue. It's so tasty, man. Oh, it was so good. And then you had
That's
the,
how
I mean,
that's how I tell people
delicious,
when I tell people like this. This is how you end racism, right? Go to a barbecue. Go to a
right?
motherfucking barbecue, bro. Yeah, no,
That's
they ain't
right.
black people again, bro. Way motherfucking black barbecue go. I remember I brought my one white boy, and black people always accept it, bro. You'd be the only white person there. You won't feel awkward, bro.
No, I
Even
didn't.
even
I
like
had a blast.
start dancing crazy like you and shit like that. But that's how you end racism, bro. I go to a motherfucking cookout where they actually
And
doing like barrel rolls and shit. Like you said, they got the pork on the mug, man.
oh,
Shit,
it was delicious with the apple right in its fucking mouth, man. And they carved that bitch off the leg. Oh, it was so
that's good.
good. I mean, each house had a different motherfucking thing.
Or different things.
Oh,
We had
so
block parties like that.
the ribs they had, man. Oh God,
It was a trip in Detroit, so out of drive. And once a year we did this Hawaiian night. And we do a big pig roast, but like you said, it's like 6 houses on the block. And they all cook different things and you go from house to house. So it was like it was a big ass block party.
hell yeah. And then I was
Mhm.
welcome. I was welcome because
Okay. Yeah,
I met a lot of
yeah.
people. So then I see them on the streets, and stop and talk because Riverhead's a small community. It's a tight knit community. It really is.
And see that's beautiful, man, when people get along like that and explore different cultures. There's I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Southwest Detroit, man, I wasn't fucking around with it for a long time. I had one homeboy. She was like, "Yeah, man, we having fun. I ain't going over there." She was like, "No, no, man, we having this okay." I'm like, "Bro, last time I drove over there, my car got shut. I was just driving down the street. I ain't know what the hell happened. I heard ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?" And they're like, "No, keep going." I'm like, pull up to the gas station like that. Drop my damn car. What the fuck?
Damn.
Like, so, I ain't fucking around over there. I went over there that one time, bro. And I'm like, shit, I don't know how to dance like y'all, but I'm about to get down. Like, shit, that's music, bro. I'm gonna put a little black twang to it. But yeah, I had a good time, man. It was cool with the people. They ain't still at my phone when I go down the street no more. They knew me. So
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You build a
mhm.
relationship.
Yeah, man.
I was always
Oh
like
man.
that though, man. I remember when I was in high school, I was in 11th grade, and there was this bully, just this kid that was just an asshole, and he was stuffing this homosexual kid in the locker, and I just went right up to him, separated him, and then took that bully and shoved him in the locker, and I seen his face, and I just looked at it. I say, you know how you feel right now, bro? Don't ever do anything like this again, bro, in your life. He didn't do shit. You know what I mean? After that, and I just kind of always been that way, man. Because that shit can make people do a lot of crazy things later in life, right? Bullying.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, my cousin that's in the chat now, that's my female cousin. She's like a year and a half older than me. Yeah, I couldn't get bullied when I was young.
Yeah.
Between her and my other cousin who passed away, bro, I was like, I'm the oldest, like in my immediate family, but they older than me. They like my third cousin, my second cousin, but they older than me, so they always protected me, man. I go up to my cousin, commit a crime. He shut the whole goddamn spot down.
Hell yeah, they look out for you though.
Yeah, man.
Because
Yeah, she always did.
I graduated in 2000, and if you guys remember, in 1999, shit went off out in Colorado. You know that Columbine shooting. I mean, it was crazy. We ain't seen shit like that before. Remember
Yeah,
that? You remember that?
and now it's normal. It's fucked up, but yeah, I know what you're
Oh
talking
man, I was in 11th grade when that happened, and like we had a whole what's that called in school when everybody gets together and goes into the
about.
auditorium and the principal speaks.
The
I forgot
drill.
what's
Oh, you talk about the.
not a
I know.
Code
seminar.
red
I can't think of the
No, it's
word, but you know what I mean. And
assembly.
assembly. Okay, yeah, yeah, an assembly. Thank
assembly.
you. So the principal came, spoke about Columbine, and like spoke about gun safety, and it was like a serious thing because rumors started about certain kids in the school bringing guns, and they weren't gonna bring guns, but you know what I mean? Like shit
Trench
got
coat
crazy.
mafia.
That's exactly what every school had their own
Yeah,
trench coat mafia.
they
Like
all.
every
Yeah, they had
school,
their
you
own.
know.
And I mean, those was like the emo kids in our school. Like people that.
We
Well,
called them
I don't know.
mods.
We ain't really had no. We ain't had no weird shit like that in our. Like we.
Ah,
I was in the hood though. I was in the hood. So it was like you had some black kids trying to be like emo kids. That was the
yeah,
closest thing we had to like the trench coat mafia.
I got
But
you.
yeah, but that's why now what like that's what I'm saying. Like that was the precursor of what today is. It's worse
That's
today because the kid went to that school. There's people graduating, going back to fucking elementary school, middle school, and then they're like these babies, bro.
I know. You're absolutely right, though. You know, there's a mass shooting almost every single day in America because, like,
Mhm.
what the term of mass shooting is like, I think 3 people or something. And if you look on they have this website and you just type in like mass shootings in America and you'll see it's almost once a day. Almost once a day. Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
it's,
you know what freaked me out? Last summer, my wife kept saying she wanted to go to the splash pad, take the kids to the splash pad, and it's up the street from us. And I'm like, nah, I like the one at the beach, the one we go to at the beach. And I kept saying no, 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 no. And then this summer, some idiot went up there with an AR and just started letting off. And I'm like, nah,
damn.
bro, I'm straight, bro. Like I kept saying no. I didn't know why. I'm like, I don't like that. Look, man, I live in the suburbs, but then they got like the bougie suburbs, like they super
Yeah.
bougie.
Yeah. The
Like I don't like
incorporated
people
villages
staring
and
at me.
stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I don't like people staring at me because I say something. Like when people staring at me too long, I'd be like, damn,
Of
is it something in my
course.
teeth? Like is it something on my face? I'll be looking at the and I can't. I'm legally blind. I can only see straight. So if you staring at me, yeah, I know you.
Damn.
Like I know you looking at me because I can only see straight. So see you looking at me, and that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course. And when I'm alone, so there's a couple neighborhoods. There's one called North Belport. Like you guys know Riverhead, so I don't know if you've heard of North Belport, but North Belport is a high black area that's got its own fucking task force, you know? And if you like go to the store, that strip mall, and you're white and you get out of your car, and all a lot of the black guys are hanging up on the storefront, they'll yell at you like "Narc," like they just yell at me like "Narc," like right out.
Yeah, they think you
You like
police.
a cop?
Yes, every
Look,
time. It happened
look,
two
I ain't
days
gonna lie to
ago.
you. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's some hoods like where I used to hustle at in Detroit. It's some hoods. The only time white people come in that hood for two reasons: either drugs or to arrest your ass.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
the only
That
two
I mean,
reasons they come over there.
you just took the words out
I'm
of my
just being
mouth.
real.
You just took the
I'm being
words out of
real.
my mouth. I was just gonna
So
say
when you
that.
see them, you will assume one either they a client or they a cop. I mean, that's how you
That's
looking at it.
that's it. That's it. Especially if they driving like it's like a BMW or like something like that. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, come on, what? Oh man,
If you
North
driving a
Belport's like the.
Ford, a Lincoln, you the police in New York.
Oh
I
yeah,
promise you
you
that.
got the. Yep, you got that white, that white Ford Taurus over here because they're all Tauruses. Are you kidding me? Or the white Ford Explorer. That's either one of them. Either one of them.
Taurus, the what was
The
the
cop.
Crown Victoria?
That's what it was in
Uh,
Suffolk. That was the police
Mm-hmm.
interceptor. It was called police. It was called the
Mm-hmm.
police
The
interceptor.
interceptor. Yeah, my one
You know,
boy had a
the
he
police are
had a
bad here.
Opel.
They're really racist here. It's really bad in Suffolk County, man. Like where I'm from. Eastern Long Island. The police is just extremely. The culture of the police is extremely racist. You know, when
Man,
I
it
say
sounds like it
race,
got worse.
it is worse. Believe me. And you know, when I say racism, I just mean unconscious bias. That's what I mean. Unconscious
Mhm.
bias. So, like, I had a debate with somebody. The unconscious bias versus racism. Are they the same thing? What's the difference? So I went first and I told him that unconscious bias is racism, but it doesn't make you a racist because we all have unconscious bias thoughts. I don't care what anybody says, you know, you have them. But if you can recognize that thought, or even if you say something and someone's like, yo, what the fuck did you just say? And then you just think about it and you're like, wait, you know what? I apologize. That's wrong what I just said. See, that doesn't make you a
Mm.
racist. Do you agree or not?
That sounds like
People,
prejudice to me.
like I ask people, where's the line between bigotry and racism? Like racism, being racist and just being a bigot, or is it the same, or is it one and the same? You know, is it a line there, or is it one and the same? I think I think the action describe racism as what you do. I mean, you can think something, and what you do, action is words, what you say too. So you can think something all day. I think that's an unconscious bias, but when you manifest it into the world, I think it becomes racist.
Well, I'll tell you this. So I was speaking with my friend. She is a beautiful black woman and she's so smart. And I met her at TPP, the People's Podcast, the Eli's podcast. And we were having a conversation. And for some reason, I said this to her. I was like, "Oh, you're from the Upper West?" I said, "What shop do you work at?" And she said, "What shop do I work at?" And I said, "Yo, I'm sorry. I don't even know why I fucking said that." She goes, "Why do I have to work at a shop?" And I said, "You're absolutely right. You don't. I don't know why I said that." And she started laughing at me. She's like, "That's racist." I said, "You're absolutely right. It is." She goes, "But you recognize it, like, and you recognize that it's wrong. So, like, you won't make the same mistake because I still think that's unconscious bias. Like, what I said was racist,
I,
but it doesn't make me a racist person because, you know,
I
you
don't
know where
even
she
think
works? She,
that
she
was
works at the fucking UN.
racist.
That's where she works. She works at the fucking UN.
No, I don't think that's
That's
racist. I think sometimes people get too sensitive about things. Like if you made an assumption, you know, because she was black, live up
I
there,
don't know why I
whatever.
said it. I don't know.
You just you making an assumption. I mean, probably the interaction you had gave you some inkling, like maybe she worked at a shop. I mean,
Yeah, she
just
was
like
very
this.
like
Like
a
I'm not
salesman.
like do you. So let me ask you this, right?
Go
Let me
ahead.
ask you: is this racist of me? I don't think white people know how to season food. But when they do, I'd be like, damn, I'd be in shock. Like, damn, you guys don't do this. Is that racist?
I think it's unconscious bias, but like
Yeah,
you recognize it. But you know what? I agree with you, man, because I can't do that shit.
like I just like when they like when white like I just my experiences that white people out. I feel
I
like,
think
man,
that's prejudice,
I
not
got some hot
racism.
stuff. Okay, like I'm prejudging. I'm fine with being prejudiced. Because I
Of
know
course.
I be honest, I'm prejudiced.
Yeah.
I try not to. I try not to manifest it into the world. Though. I just think it. I be thinking like. I mean, you always think thoughts until you get more information. You like because of our experiences, we have a preconsumption of things, right? We build a catalog. Okay, this person is this culture, and they do it like this. Okay, I experienced another one. They do the same thing. Okay, so I didn't experience five different people who in the same culture to do the same thing. So now I have a preconsumption. So by having that and interacting with the sixth person, they might be totally fucking different from these
That's
first five.
right.
But I don't know until I have the evidence because I have evidence of five people in this culture doing the same thing. So now that I see a sixth person, I'm going to assume. And I do my best, try not to assume things because the first three letters is ass, and I don't be trying to be a donkey.
That's right.
But that's just
But you
that's
might
how we
slip,
function
right?
on
You
the
might slip.
subconscious.
You
Yeah, but
you might
when we're
slip.
given
Like
the evidence, but when given the evidence, if you correct it, then I don't think that has anything to do with being racist.
I agree.
That's
I
just
agree.
you functioning off
It,
pre-consumption.
I agree. It's a racist statement, but it doesn't make you a racist, especially if you recognize it and then do your best to like to protect. And she didn't take it personal. She laughed at me because she knows the type of person I am. You know, we have wonderful conversations, you know, but she pointed that shit right out. And I said, I can't believe I said that. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, why did I say that? That's funny though. But you know, this is the thing. When I say the Suffolk County cops are racist, when I tell you this, I'm talking about like remember the other day when I was telling you how all right, so I drive like a black 328, and I'm telling you, I know that like a cop has driven up next to me, looked to the left, seen a white person, and then just drove right forward. I know that's happened. I know that it's happened so many times.
Okay.
And I'm sure that my friend who's black drives the same kind of car as me, all wheel drive 328. And when a cop pulls up, you know, doing 57, they look to the left, they see him. Maybe they keep staying with him and keep looking at him a little bit longer than they look at me. Would you agree?
Well, no, they're
Mm.
gonna let him go ahead and they're gonna run the plates and then they're gonna pull him
But
over.
that's
Yeah,
my
If he
point.
got,
yeah.
they're gonna pull him over.
That's that's right. And that's all unconscious thoughts and the culture of the police. And when somebody tries to tell me, oh, white people get it the same, go fuck yourself. Like you don't know how many times you've been just passed over because you're white, you know, and how many times a black
Is that
person they
unconscious or is that
targeted.
learned behavior?
It's
You
common sense to me.
when I
I'm
first
saying, is
came on
that
the internet,
unconscious or is that learned behavior?
I think it's unconscious bias, and then it is racism because then they target them and they, you know what I mean? But they just, that's the culture. It's inside of them. Oh, he's up to something. Like they just, I know it. I
I
know
think
it.
it can be. I think unconscious bias is developed to it manifests into behavior. You know,
Okay.
that's you have like I said, is a preconception. Like it's like this is oh man, can't think
Do
of
you
the
want to know
word.
why it's like that in the police? Do you want to know why? Because 400 years
Well,
ago, that's how it started. Those patty
Okay.
rollers.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they was. That's how they began, right?
I did a whole paper on it, my friend. I did a whole paper on the history of policing on the North American continent, starting in Jamestown, 1610, when the first slave came from Angola. That was the first police officer, you know? And it started there. And that same culture of power, right? Having authority over somebody, it's still there today. You know, I did like, it was like 9 pages, and I did how it went from patty rollers. And then when the Emancipation Proclamation came, right, then what happened? Then constabulary started, right? That was the organized police force. Then the sheriff's department started. Then the first federal agents, the Pinkerton Agency. I mean, you guys know the Pinkerton Agency, right? You know anything about that?
The Pinkertons,
I
yeah.
mean, that wasn't government. People think that was the government. That wasn't government. That was a privatized police force, federal. That's what that was. And if you look it up, yeah, that wasn't the
you said the
government.
paper agency.
You look it up.
Yeah,
That was not.
the IRS.
Yeah, you know, the first federal was like the before the FBI because the bank robbers were going over the state lines, and then the
Yeah,
poor
that was
police
like
had this.
the marshals.
What'd you say?
Mm.
But that was the marshals. I think the marshals were first, and then the Pinkertons, and then I think the Pinkertons. If I'm not, I thought that was against the Indians.
So the
The Pinkerton.
Pinkertons were a privatized police force that were able to go over state lines, and they were hired. If you
Mm,
look it up. But like you remember John Dillinger and stuff, the bank robbers.
Yeah.
right.
When they went over state lines, the police that were following them actually had to stop. They would stop once it got to the line because the other police force would fucking fight with each other like brawls. I mean brawls.
Oh, y'all petty. y'all, they been petty in the chat. The mama and command.
Those
Man,
patty
Wild
rollers,
Heart,
though.
bro.
Do you know what those patty
Bro,
rollers did, bro? Do you know that they raped people? Like they were able to do whatever they wanted to. So the King Charles II, he bestowed upon them. They were deputized, and they were allowed to do anything they wanted if they
and, yeah,
thought the person was harboring slaves. So they could tie the family up. They could beat the family in front of the other. They could rape the wife in front of the husband, and that all that stuff happened. You know, think about the
they talk
power,
about,
like how that
they talk,
intoxicates you. Like that's a high. You know, that's a drug.
yeah,
Mm.
I just want to give a shout out to Wild Heart, bro. I was on here one day, and this dude said he microwaved a steak. I'm like, you did what?
That's disgusting. He probably put
Yeah,
ketchup on it. He
So,
probably put ketchup on.
in the UK, they get down different in the UK.
Yo, Commander,
Every,
can you come up here, Commander? Last time I had a nice conversation with you. Come up. I had
when you
ooh,
talking about like like doing martial art, that's where I understood the difference between strength and power. You know, my son food told me because I used to always say I got power, and he was like, "No, you have strength."
yes,
He said power is being able, power is control.
that's
You know,
right.
having strength and being able to control it, not opposing it on someone just because you can. And that's
Ooh,
what I
that's well said.
understood. So, like when people get strength, they abuse power because they take advantage of people who are not as strong as, and it can be with authority, it can be with physical strength. Might be nowadays it's with weapons. Look at people bully because you got a weapon and another person don't. Then you abuse that authority or that power that you have over that person. You
And,
know,
and don't you think so? Like the police officers, 9.5, definitely more than nine. I'm gonna say 9.5, like at least 9.5 out of 10, maybe higher. Interaction with the citizen, that citizen has broken a law. So once that citizen has broken a law, now that police officer has authority over them and they can tell them what to do, right? Take your hands out of here because they broke a law. You have to give me your license because I witnessed you breaking the law. So now that point 0.5 time, actually, I'll even go even higher. It could even be 9.9. That point 0.1 time that a cop comes up to a citizen who's not breaking the law, how do you think the cop's going to react? He's going to act, or he or she's going to act the same way to that person as if they did break a law, and they have no control over their behavior. That's what we witness on these body cams and the auditors, right? They go up to an auditor who hasn't broken a law, but they treat that auditor like they have broken a law because they're on autopilot. They're like a robot. Because most of the time, right? Would you agree?
I
yeah.
mean, I would agree. Um, but I don't know if the 9.9% of the time people encounter, uh, I would say they suspect them of something. I don't know if they
But
actually broke it. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like, I,
think about if they're driving a car. Most of the time, they witness them not put on the turning signal. You follow what I mean? So they're allowed to come up to
yeah,
the car and ask them for their license, right? But then those certain times they come up to a person, let's say a black person, they're targeting that person in the street. When they don't have a body cam, they can do whatever the fuck they want and they
what
can
they
write in the
want.
police room. Yeah, but now that we have a weapon, now that we got this camera, they be fucking up left and right. And that prejudice, that patty roller that's inside of the heart, that culture, it's showing, it shows. That's the shit we got to change, man.
So my favorite thought about her hands lethal. You don't have to tell me. You taught me a couple times. But like, you know how she wanted to. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not saying this because my cousin, but she reminded me of Clarissa. She one of them people. It's very few people who can actually hold their own with a man, and she is one of them because she got them hands, and she don't hit like no girl. She ain't swinging like no girl. So nah, cause you ain't got to tell me if we already know.
Yeah, so
We
forget
already
the
know. Man.
physical. Mentally, she probably make men's look stupid, like when they be talking back and
Oh
forth.
yeah,
She
yeah.
like, yeah. So if
She,
she can hold her own
she,
physically, then she could easily hold her own mentally, like back and forth.
oh yeah, she ain't no that ain't one of the ones that's you know fuck around and find out how to picture she'll be on the like she's one of
All,
those ones for real. Yeah,
all
she don't bother
rights.
nobody. She's the sweetest person on the planet. She's the
Hell
sweetest
yeah.
person on the planet. Just don't. But you know how those people are though. Like you fuck with them, then they go from sweet to sour real quick.
Oh yeah.
And that's how
Well, James Madison wrote our Bill of Rights, and he tried to explain in his speech how powerful certain rights are, and that was groundbreaking at the time. Like the Fourth Amendment is so fucking powerful, bro. Like to be able to be safe in your personal effects, right? So you don't have to tell a person who you are. You know, your license in
yeah,
your pocket, that's protected by our Constitution. Nobody, like a police officer, cannot take that from you or ask you for it or demand it unless you broke a law. And
well,
it's been violated countless times over the
but
past
people don't
200. Yeah, because of
people
no
don't know.
cameras. Because of no, and yeah,
Yeah.
number one, you know, we're programmed to think, cop comes, you give. And now that we have cameras, it's showing the awful truth of like just what's
Mhm.
happening and what went on over the past 200 years. And especially black people. I mean, how many black lives have been snuffed out, right? Because of a false police report. I tell you this all the time. You hear me? It's my famous quote. You know, he went for my gun, so I had to shoot him. And that's a life just gone, you
Mhm.
know? Not anymore. Now we got cameras, man. Shit's hitting the fan now.
It's even it took a while though, even with the cameras, bro.
Oh
It
yeah,
still
it's
took a while,
oh
and
listen,
it's
we are
still.
in yeah,
Oh,
it's a slow snail's pace, man. I try to tell my fellow activists like, yo, we are just starting. So the past like 5 years, we've gone forward, but I mean, we've gone forward a millimeter, a micrometer, just slowly like it's going. But like you I think your friend said like it could take longer than 30, 40 years. He's right. Like it could take like 50 years before we perfect it, like
you got to and reconditioning too. Like
that's
you,
right. That's
I
right.
mean, like when we talking about behavior, bro. It's like like I love talking about you know
Yeah,
the human condition,
me
but
too.
it's you really truly have to, and I know you got a high understanding of it. But like the common folk, bro, like even the stuff bro, what I'm about to
They
do on my membership, I'm about to start talking about different personalities. I know you got a membership. That's cool. I'm gonna start the first one next week. I'm gonna review this video. But I talked about like Machiavellianism,
mm-hmm.
psychosis, and
It's great.
narcissism.
That's
But
great.
I found these people, and it's just the way they articulate it in the presentation. I want to review it because everything I said, they said the same thing. It's just in a more articulate way. So I want to review that, and hopefully it hit people. But like
I like that,
when
bro.
you
That's a great idea.
so, and like even what you do, right? Like when you audit the police, right? But you
Correct.
do it from a perspective of understanding personality.
That's
So
right.
you're
Outside
going
of the box.
in.
Outside of the
Yes,
box
so
thinking.
you're not only saying what's wrong, but you understand why it's wrong, and
Thank
that's
you.
what
The
most people
why. The
don't do.
why is
Yeah,
so
that's what most
important
all these conversations on YouTube, bro. I be trying to engage with people, but I just don't be interested because the
because
only
they
thing
don't
they
get
talk
the
about the what,
why.
the how,
They don't
the what,
yeah.
the how is nothing about why, bro.
How
And
can
it's
this
like.
how can this cop behave this way? Like, look, we know why he does, you idiot. How do you not know
Right.
why? Like, yeah, you know it's wrong, the what, but I'm trying to explain to you why he's doing it and why it's taking so long to go forward. And I understand why it is, but you have to realize why and keep going. You know, they think it's going to change overnight. Like,
The why is the only thing that's gonna get you to a solution. The what and the how, that's not gonna bring a solution. That's gonna bring people complaining and bitching about
that's
something.
right.
I
That's
don't
right.
really give. I don't really care about all that. But I don't
I
care about none.
agree. The person that
I
writes in the comments, "Oh, why would you do this? He's not going to change." And it's like, bro, you got no clue. Of course, he's not going to fucking change. I'm looking at the 13-year-old that's watching this video, and
right.
the unborn son of that 13-year-old in 26 years from now. You know what I mean? Who's going to be a cop? Like, that's the people that we trying to focus on here, man. Like,
Yeah.
they don't
And
get it.
that's why a lot of people. I was listening to this podcast earlier. They was talking about um the problem in society is the lack of male leadership. And I can agree with that. That's why we have a lot of issues in today's society because the true there's no true leaders. There's no one for like the people. Everybody is for whatever group they in. If it's the
That's
left or
right.
the right, um, ain't nobody really trying to lead the people or benefit the people in general. They're just trying to benefit their people. So I agree with that. But then when I'm listening to them on the panel, it's just back and forth, back and forth. Well, this is this and this, and I'm like, ain't nobody. Y'all just trying to see who's right versus understand what's right. How do you develop
Yeah,
male leadership?
that's
How can we
good. That's
develop?
good.
And it'll look different ways. There's different ways to lead, but let's talk about developing and like to bring people together, like the 9%, right? This is what we do. This is the nine. We solution seek. Like when people say, what is 9%? I feel like only nine. I really feel like it's like 3 or 4%, but I like the nine, what it represents. So I said 9%. Anyway, 9% of us seek solutions. That's what we do. A better you is a better us. The world ain't messed up. It's just the people in it. So, but everyone has different. Like, I'm not gonna try to do what Gary did. Gary not gonna try to do what I do. So, a problem cannot be solved by attacking it from one position. We got to attack it from multiple positions. And if I'm into politics, which I'm not, I'm just saying, if I'm into politics, I don't need somebody who's into behavior coming to tell me how to do politics. Let people who do politics. Let people do behavior, and then we can come together collectively to solve different issues. But like even in the government, if you go, I ain't even gonna take it to the government level. Think about a job. Like I worked in the hospital for 15 years. Everybody don't do the same damn thing, but we a team. I specialize in this, you specialize in that, and we come together and help this patient. And I do my job, you do your job. Why can't we be like that? It's like you gotta have everything has to be the same, and it's not. It's
No, it's not.
diverse. And if you
And
master
you're
the
able to
key of
close
that,
your eyes, right? Aren't you able to close your eyes and envision the hospital and see all the moving parts? Now, a lot of
yeah,
people can't do that, and that's the
hmm
problem. A lot of people that work there can't do that. You
can't
know,
do that. They can't do that. And like like what I tell people, the reason why people can't come together collectively because they messed up individually. You got to fix the person first before they can, or it's gonna be like having a rotten apple and a bushel of apples that's uncontaminated. That one rotten apple will mess up the whole bushel. So I mean that's just how it is, man. We just got to get right. That's why, like, I focus on self development. I had people come over here like, well, what about groups and this and that? I don't do that, bro. That ain't what I do. I do this. If you want that, go over there. Well, you should do the nah, bro. I ain't doing
you
nothing of
should do
that.
right.
I stay in my lane. I do what
Arm,
I'm good at, man. And if I
armchair.
ain't good at something, I put them other people around me, bro. That's good at it, bro.
Do you agree what I said before though um about the Fifth Amendment, right? So like when a cop asks you, where you coming from, and maybe I say like that way, well, where you going? That way. Or he asks you, where you coming from? And I'd say no answer. When a cop initially hears you not answer, the first thought in his head is, this person is not cooperating. And that's what I'm trying to change. I want that first thought in the cop's head. He's utilizing his Fifth Amendment. And people laugh at me when I say that. But if we, that's a cop defending the Constitution. If we can get him to think that way, him or her to think that way, now we have a cop that is thinking of the Constitution first rather than this person is not cooperating. Do you think I'm like stupid for thinking that? Or what do you think about that whole Fifth Amendment thing? Like, and, you know,
Now, is that the fifth or the fourth? The the fifth is Fourth Amendment, takes people from searches and seizures.
no, that's the Fourth Amendment. So the Fifth Amendment
Yeah,
is, the right to remain silent. That's it.
yeah,
Like, and
yeah. So
people, some cops think it's just on the stand, but no,
I
you have the
think
right to not talk to a
the,
police officer if you don't want.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think that'd be a good way. I mean, the way you're perceiving it, I think that should be the way. They should. That's how it's supposed to be. But
Of course.
the real,
And
but they whole, yeah, like their whole thing is to get you. Is to get you, bro. That's their
yeah, I
whole
know.
thing. So
Yep. But
they
because without
ignore
those
a lot
cameras,
of
bro, it
yeah.
manifested. I hate to speak over you, but I'm so passionate in this thing. Without cameras, that idea to get you, that manifests, and it festers
Get
and
you, man.
it
Got you,
helps them.
man. Yeah.
But now with cameras, it's different, right? It's different now.
But and see, think about this though. They get rewarded to do that. Look, when you get rewarded for bad behavior, bro, it only produces more bad behavior.
You're right about
And
that too. You're right.
that's all it do, bro. When you get rewarded for bad behavior, it only produces more. So I mean, that's where they at, you know.
The towing of the car, man,
Dolly, what up, though?
they don't have to fucking tow the car, but they like to do it. They enjoy it.
Hmm. Like it fucked me up, bro, because I got a family in Pennsylvania that's cops and state troopers and shit, right? So I had a perception like that, but then I grew up with a dude, and eventually he became a cop. And one day he was all stressed out. He was like, "Man, I ain't meeting my quotas." And I'm like, "Your quotas?" And he started telling me how they got to make a certain amount of rest a month, and they got to do that. And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, man. If you don't," I'm looking like shit like that, bro. It's
Yeah,
like
the
you
Dewey, the
promote
Dewey, yep, the Dewey
person
crown.
bad
They call
behavior.
it the Dewey crown at the sixth precinct over here. And the cop who pulls over the most people drinking and driving, they get a crown, the Dewey crown. Like that's fucking, And there was a lot of people that they pulled over that blew zero, that red eyes, right, or smelled marijuana, so they arrested them for a DUI when they didn't do anything, nothing, because they want that crown. So like you said, they're rewarded for bad behavior.
They get rewarded for. I mean, that's what our society do, bro. Reward for bad behavior. That's why people come on the internet and go crazy and shit. Bro. Because they get a check for it. They get
Yeah,
super chats for it. You know,
yeah,
they
you're
get
right about
attention.
that.
Attention is a hell of a drug, bro. Like you can, like when I first came on here, like I got attention in real life, so I'm accustomed to it. You know, most people who never had something when they first get it, they misuse it. But anyway, it's like, damn, these people be fiending for attention. And then okay, you get paid and stuff, but I'm like, bro, how much you getting paid? Some people ain't even getting paid, bro.
I
And it's
know.
like, y'all doing
and
all this
and
crazy stuff, bro.
there's
Like,
there's some people that like they get like, let's say, like a couple thousand subscribers, and I've watched that person from 100 subscribers to just now they got 5,000, and they're a completely different person, and it's just
yeah,
5,000, because
hmm
that ego just grabs a hold. And then, I mean, I've seen people change so fast, bro. So fast. That's the biggest. That's one of the biggest things against our cause. Is like, okay, 5 years ago, there wasn't that many First Amendment auditors. So the people that were First Amendment auditors, it was kind of new, and they were getting arrested, right, quicker. Where like today they're not getting arrested because we've made a little change, right? So now getting arrested gets you views. Follow me with this. This is going to take a little bit to explain, but like I know you're going to understand it when I'm trying to like roll out. So 5 years ago, they are walking into City Hall and they're filming and they're trying to explain that I'm in a public spot, so I'm allowed to film, and they get arrested. Now, what does getting arrested bring you? Clicks and views, right? People want to see other people get arrested, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now they start getting subscribers quickly. Okay, now it's 5 years later, and the internet is just flooded with First Amendment auditors. And some of those guys that were there 5 years ago, now they realize that they're not getting subscribers as quick as they did back then, right? Because there's higher supply, right? When there's high supply and lower demand, right? Everyone's going around the internet. There's so many other places to look now. And what happens? They start turning on each other because you see what they're really focused on. They're really focused on their own subscribers, not the cause. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
And that's what, like, that's a big detriment to the cause. And there's so much infighting and drama, right? And like you said, that attention, that's really what they're there for. That's what they're seeking. And they don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
And they
even
don't
know
even
it.
know
They
it. They
don't.
function on the subconscious level, bro.
That's
And
right.
don't
It's
even
like a
know
rat, bro, in a fucking wheel, bro.
it. And see that's even like this, right? When I started doing that, right? I've been doing the same thing for 3 years, bro. I've been the same person. I ain't changed, bro. You know, people told me like, bro, you need to talk about this, and I don't like in real life. I ain't got no drama, bro. I don't deal with drama. I had enough excitement when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I'm cool, bro. I be picking it, feeling relaxing. I like talking about self development, how to be a better person, because that's what changed my life, right? But if people come on here and they want the drama, and they even tried to put me in it a couple times. But it's like I don't need the attention, bro. I don't even care about. I hit 32,000. I really hit 33 and lost a lot of stuff. But I did that off a short, and I didn't get big headed about it. I blew up within the year. I got monetized in like 3 months, 3 or 4 months, bro. So it's like I'm straight. I don't need the drama, bro. Eventually, what I'm doing to catch on, people like you come over, bro. Like I've been itching to I got a couple psychologists. They just don't do the YouTube thing. They like to listen,
Yeah,
and they email me sometimes, and like, well, look at it like this, or add this, or I like what you.
sure,
I get different
sure.
things, but not too many come on and interact. So
Of course.
like, somebody like you coming on here who's very adept about personalities and understanding the psychology, it's fun. Like it's fun to have a conversation with you, but it's
But it's not
beneficial
popular.
too
It's not
because
popular, right?
nah,
Just let's
bro.
be honest. Let's be honest. It's just it's
Self
people.
development ain't popular, bro.
No,
People
it
ain't trying to
ain't.
get right, bro.
People want to
They
hear
get
me and you
focused.
scream at each other. They want to hear me call
Yeah,
you a ninja, right? They want to hear me call
right.
you an. That's what they want.
That's
That's
what
what
they
they
want,
want.
bro.
Because I've
They,
seen it.
they,
I go to my my 1A community, and some of the pages are drama pages, and some nights we have nice conversations, and then other nights it's just people screaming at each other. And if you look at the what do they call it, the numbers, the diametric, whatever they call it, the when you see the numbers
analytics.
go up. Analytics, thank
Uh,
you. You look at the analytics and you can just watch it. Once people start yelling at each other, somebody jump. Oh, what's going on here? What did I miss? What happened? Oh, this person called that person a ninja. Oh, really? Oh shit! What else happened? Like that's really it, and the numbers start going up because people just yelling at each other.
YouTube promote. Let me tell you how I know YouTube promote that shit. Because like you see my chat, there's only 6 people in here. My chat kind of slendered down because I kind of cut the fat or whatever, right? So anyway, one
You
night
cut
I
the
was in
drama.
here.
You mean right? You cut out the drama.
Right.
Exactly.
Some, this one dude came in here. We was having a good conversation. It was like four of us, bro. Man, I don't know. I got triggered. I wasn't having a good day. I don't know. I'm not gonna make no excuse. I start
Okay.
going off. Next thing I know, I got like 15, 20 people in my chat. Where
Exactly.
they
What's
come
going
from?
on? Who's yelling? What's happening?
Right, where they come, but YouTube pushed that. I don't know how they pushed it, and then people decide to click on it. I wasn't in the short speed. It was just a regular screen right there, and I just seen the numbers jump. And then as soon as I calmed down, guess what? They left.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It happens at all. All right, so I want to try to lay another thing out for you because you will understand what I'm saying. And most people, when I have this conversation, what I'm about to say, people just can't understand what I'm saying. So the cause, right? Let's just say someone's a 1A auditor. Now, what they're trying to achieve, the long-term goal, the primary goal is police accountability. Okay, so we all agree on that, right? Police accountability is what we're trying to achieve. Now, that means what you want to happen is you want to walk into, let's say, a post office and you want to film and you want all the people that work there to say, "Hey, how you doing? Yes, that's your First Amendment right. Yep, you keep filming," and no drama to happen. But the problem is, if that happens, you don't get any clicks and views,
You don't
and you
get any
don't.
views.
It's really an interesting cycle. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because what they're
Oh, I know.
fighting, yes. So what they're fighting for is actually like something that will not make them successful. Do you get that? Do you
Yeah,
get?
yeah.
Oh, see, people don't understand when I say that. Like they don't get that.
I get it because that's what I'm doing on here, bro. That's exactly what I'm doing on here. I know what I'm fighting for. What I'm fighting for is love, bro. I don't like hate. You know what I'm saying? We should
Oh,
be
that's
able to
good.
come together and have conversations about things like everything that affect me ain't gonna affect you. I'm black, you white, right? So I'm gonna have
Yeah,
issues you don't have, but we
that's
are
right.
gonna have some of the same issues.
Sure,
So
sure.
like for me personally, right? I feel it's indecorous for me to sit here and complain about black issues to anybody non-black.
Mm-hmm.
It's not beneficial because some people are gonna be able to be sympathetic, some people are not. And having
Yeah.
conversations where I'm trying to come up with a solution for a problem that I have or people that look like me, and somebody is constantly giving me, well, you can pull yourself up by your boots. You don't understand. So you shouldn't even be incorporated. I don't go into certain groups because when they talking, I listen so I can learn and be educated about what they're going through. But as far as me helping them create a solution, that ain't my problem, bro. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If they ask, I
So
might tell, but if they don't, then it ain't nothing for me to say.
okay.
That's how
So
I
I
approach
agree
it.
with I agree with most of what you said. I disagree with a little bit of what you said, but I might have misunderstood. But um, the fact about there's one situation where you're trying to have a solution, but then there's another situation where you're spreading knowledge. So like I'm
Right.
white and you're complaining to me about a situation. I have the mindset where I can actually learn. And I've told you, I'll never actually know 100% of what it's like, but I can learn about, what you're going through, a little bit more than I would. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if you tell me about a situation that you were in. So when you said, you did you say that you don't think it's worth complaining to a white person? Did you say that, or what did you?
Yeah, there's no purpose of complaining to a white person.
But
I
there
don't
is,
feel
like, to me, I think there is, because you're giving me knowledge. You get that, right? Now, not every person can take that as knowledge, but when you tell me about a situation that you were in, let's say with the police officer, you're helping me to understand what you and let's say certain black people are going through. So you are giving me knowledge. Do you agree with that?
I don't agree with that. That's why I said like even if I go in a white community, I sit back and listen because I can gain an
Yeah,
understanding. But as
I
far
got
as
you.
me interjecting, like if I begin to interject, a lot of times like you did like you I'm not even gonna say an anomaly because there's a lot of white people who come over
I
here and they
kind of
act
am
like
though.
the
I
same
kind
way.
of am though.
You-
I kind of am an anomaly. You could say it because I've had a lot of black
Yes, he
friends that
is.
said that to me. Oh,
Commander, what up, man?
What up,
hey,
Nine?
hey, how
But
you
this
doing,
I
hon?
didn't
this
want to
is
interrupt, but you are an anomaly.
Thank you for saying that. And
Yes.
I'm not trying to be conceited by saying that, but I have a lot of black friends that do say that school, you're a fucking anomaly. I've heard you said that to me a couple of times. Took a long
and
time though.
but see this is the issue too. This is why I say I don't go to white people complaining because nine times out of ten, or I said eight out of nine times, what's going to happen is they're going to give me their perception, and it's not going to help me because they don't have to endure or live through what I.
Agreed. I agree.
So, like, white people who I got white friends, and like I said, they sit back and listen, and they gain understanding, right? So, but complaining to me, the only point of complaining is to seek a solution. So, like, I use that term differently. Um, like we can, like I said, we can talk about things, but I'm never going to attach my emotions to what someone else say about my condition
I
because
like
when I
that.
do
That
that,
part. Yeah.
that's how
Yeah, I
arguments
like
start.
that. Yeah, I like
And
that.
it's like
I like that.
I'm gonna get triggered and be upset because you
Yeah,
giving
you're
me
right.
some shit that don't apply because you never experienced it.
That's
Just
right.
like
That's right.
white people, it's shit that white people go through. It's shit that Mexicans go through. I would never have to experience, so I'm not gonna tell them how they should feel about it. And that's what generally happens. Even having these conversations,
Well
like
said.
most people don't fucking critically think. They think
Nah, you're right.
they tell about how they
Here,
feel about
here,
something.
here,
Well, I
Mm-hmm.
here.
feel like if you do
Agreed.
this, you can do this can happen, or you. If I feel, I don't give a fuck how you feel when I'm going through some shit. But if your feelings don't trump my
100.
mine right now, you know what I'm saying?
That's,
So that's
yeah,
why I
100.
don't do it. I just think it's counterproductive, and I
I'm
think
with you.
like when we come together and talk about solutions, we got a lot of shit that we have that we go through that's similar. Let's focus on that. You know, how can
Totally
we build
agree,
a
man.
community?
Totally
That's
agree.
like I like right now I live in a very diverse community. Right? What the hell happened to my wall, bro? Hold on, man.
Hey, Commander,
Oh
thank you
man,
so
what
much for
the
coming up here. Thank you
Oh, you're
so much.
welcome.
You remember we met, right? We had that
mama?
Of
conversation.
course.
Go get
Yeah.
Yeah,
your
I
grandkids.
and
And
I
okay.
met
Hi.
you. I
We
go
met
have
you
man.
similar
before.
interests.
Yeah, and I met you before Word. I met you before him. You know, he
Yeah.
wasn't here that night, and
Didn't I
you and
tell
the
you?
yes,
You guys
yes,
are like gonna get along. Yeah.
that's what you said. You and the other gentleman were like, "Oh, when you meet the person who runs this channel, you guys are gonna get along so well." And we, yeah, I've had like 3 or 4 conversations with him since then.
Yeah. No.
I love my
I've
family,
been here
man. My
listening in the
family's
chat.
dope.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I came from my other community, and they're just it's all drama. They're just fighting with each other, and I
So it
just
didn't
said,
used
"Fuck
to
'em."
be like that, but you're right. And then even like not everybody, but like they started to like kind of separate themselves into like groups,
Sure.
like
It's all because
the
you know what?
larger.
You know why though, right? Because when one alpha breaks off, or like a buck, I like hunting, so I call it like a buck. Like so like a buck deer. A buck deer roams into another territory, and then all they do is they fight the other buck for control of the does for the females. So let's just use that as like alpha and then just betas or leader and followers. Once you have a community and it's tight knit, but then you get one person that's kind of like second in charge or the first mate. When they start their own channel, now you see two alphas, right? And now people are going to the other channel also. And then, yeah, in the beginning, the two of them
Hmm.
are together and they're promoting each other's channel. But when push comes to shove, and when say
Money.
that, yeah, that second channel starts to get a little bit more popular than the original channel, and then now you start to see that original channel. They show their true side, and ego takes over,
Right.
and that's what's and now there's like
Because
5,
the
and
focus
it
should be the cause, right? That should be the most
correct,
important.
correct, and you really see a person's their true personality traits come out. You know, because there's like 5 channels now that
Sorry,
grew.
word, you trying to say something?
No, I was just saying like you'll see a person's true intent
Yes,
when
that
things
motive.
yeah you'll see it when they're uncomfortable.
That's right.
Hmm.
And it's a great thing. So we all came from TPP, right? You know that, right? You know that channel, the
Yeah,
People's.
yeah.
Okay, so that's where we all came from, and now there's like 5 channels that people were in TPP that broke off, and
Which is totally fine.
of course, it's a good thing. That's what I'm saying. It's a great,
Yeah, it's not
but
bad.
but you have to work together, and it's like
Yeah.
right
Right.
now there's all sorts of drama going on,
I know.
I love this channel
my,
because nobody found this channel yet. Nobody from my other community found this channel yet. Like, not one person I see in the chat.
There's like two that have come around and left. They haven't stuck around.
Do you remember the names or no, by any chance?
One is Northwoods, and
Oh, I
then
know
I know
Northwood.
he's got a small channel,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one is
Who's the other one?
uh Let's,
Who is it?
OTVO.
No, I don't know that one. So like all the people that came from TPP, like that I'm friends with, like Summer has a channel that I'm really good friends with. That's called like Talk Your Ish
Oh
or
yeah, Summer.
Hot Mess
Mhm.
Summer. Yeah, like Summer, I really like believe in her and her cause. She came from TPP, and then her and
Yeah, and some
Eli.
of those guys go over there like turn.
Oh, State Turn. I know State Turn well. I know him
Yeah.
well. You're talking about State. Does he come over here? Does State Turn come over here?
Um, I tried one time,
He
but
knows
he
me
says he
well.
didn't. He says he didn't though. But I'm like, yeah, he
That
did.
sounds like Turn. That sounds like Stay. Yeah, I've had long conversations with Stay. And then Bronze Bird, I don't know if you know him. Money 420, I don't know if you know him. And
No.
Wanda Woman. All these channels all came out of TPP. And all those people don't go to TPP anymore because Eli blocked us, you know? And he's all blocked.
damn.
Yep, I got
Yeah,
blocked.
but why? Like,
Because I
that's not
mentioned,
cool.
I know, because I got blocked because one day I was on TPP. It was the last time I was there. We had a wonderful conversation about First Amendment auditors and leaders and followers, and just a great conversation about social dynamics. And then I went into the chat and wrote, "Hey, I'm going over to Summer's page. I'll catch you guys later." And because I wrote the S word, I got
Well,
blocked.
there's etiquette. You're
I
not.
guess, but I
You
just
shouldn't
like,
be doing that though.
you think so?
But
Just that one,
yeah.
like we had a
No, I mean,
great
That's a
three
long time.
hour.
I don't think it.
Look,
I don't think you should have got blocked. But maybe you
Yeah,
should have
that's
got
what I'm.
told, like, hey,
Yeah,
don't
they
do
could have
that.
corrected it, deleted it from the chat or something like
yeah,
that.
and I had a great
Hurt.
3 hour conversation too that night there, and I was just saying
But
goodbye. Like,
you think it's Eli? Because I feel like it's the Bruno show now. So I don't know. It could be someone else.
oh, I mean, it's gotten so crazy. I mean, I've been there. My 2 over 2 years now, so that's when I started going over there, and I followed Summer, because I didn't like what Eli did. Like Eli tried when push came to shove, like what Word just said. I like what he said. You see your shoot. He finished my thought when I was saying how you could see someone's personality traits. He said it best. He said when someone feels uncomfortable, and he's right. And I think Eli felt uncomfortable, and then you saw what really happened. So I like that.
And I feel like he's got nothing to worry about either. Like,
That's
don't
right.
even worry about it.
That's right. There's nothing. But that's ego.
Mm,
Ego takes
mm,
over.
yeah, you got sometimes when people, bro, well,
I like what you
it,
said. Nothing to worry about.
you,
There's nothing to worry about.
you, like bro, you already know because you understand behavior. And I don't know this guy, but just the way y'all describing, um, is almost fitting like I don't want to say a covert narcissist, but you do see the narcissism in him because when
Oh
people
yeah.
applauding him, when he got the attention, it's fine. But when attention goes somewhere else, then that's when you start seeing the adverse behavior. Like
Yep.
you punishing people for liking somebody else. Like
I
that shit
know.
He's
crazy.
got big ego.
He
But like
does.
what I was telling
Yeah.
school, like sometimes I feel like when people have these narcissistic tendencies, like some of them make for good YouTubers, like, or even just in the community trying to do things that are good, even though some of it is about themselves or narcissistic. Like
Sure.
sometimes it takes someone like that to move and shake things up.
Oh, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. I totally agree. One thing Eli is like he is great at is when he goes up against a police officer that's being wrong, he goes off on him. I mean, he's got balls. Like he does things I could never
Mhm.
do. And then a police officer can walk up new to the scene, and he could be screaming at the one guy, and then he just looks at the next guy and says, "How you doing today, officer?" And completely controls his behavior. And
Yeah,
that's a testament that
it's
that's a
wild.
yeah, he is. Oh, he's so good at that, and I love that. That's so funny to me.
Emotional adjustment. He can adjust his emotions,
He can control it.
or
So
emotional adaptation.
Well, because
yeah,
a lot of
and
officers don't have that emotional intelligence, so you can literally control them.
And remember, I was telling you word about what I wanted to do. I wanted to speak to the woman the psychologist about the reverse psychology with police officers because she hit
Mm-hmm.
the nail on the head. I have controlled police officers in certain situations just by using like simple reverse psychology. You know, sir, would you like me to put the keys up on top of the car? I didn't tell you to do that. Keep the keys in your pocket. Okay, sir, no problem. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep the keys in my pocket, like it's so simple.
Hey man, if y'all
They
get that membership next week, I'm doing a review. We're gonna talk about narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, and then we're gonna review this video. I forgot the name of the page, but I like the way they articulate. And then we're gonna also talk about the dark empath. They did a video on the dark empath.
Can you
So
explain that a little bit? Just like go over the
who's
top
there?
of about dark empaths
Oh,
just a
The
little bit.
dark empath.
so what a dark empath is someone who possesses all three personality traits from um the narcissist, the psychopath. I mean, psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. And they're also because all three of those usually lack the understanding of empathy. They don't express empathy. But the dark empath totally understands it, and not only understands it, it can weaponize your own emotions against you. It learns how to weaponize empathy. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get.
Manipulate.
You ever heard of a dark empath? Well, it's not
Uh,
a psychological diagnosis, but a lot of psychologists within the last 10 years have accepted and they a lot of what is her name is a good psychologist. I got her name. She's like I think she's Middle Eastern or Indian. Man, what is her name? She be
I don't know, but
breaking.
I can't wait to
Oh
dive into
yeah,
it.
I remember I said her name the one time, and
I can't wait to
Yeah,
dive
man,
I know
into
which
it
one
broke
you're
next
that
talking
week.
about.
down. She broke it down so fucking well, bro. I'm gonna review
Yeah, I
some of
Empathy.
her
love
videos
her.
too.
I heard you say empathy, right? Did I hear you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like to me, we've had this conversation, and I'll always say this right now. I still believe that empathy is the most important, like, personality trait. I think it is number one. So people say, like, how can you pick one? And it's a scientific fact. Like, Commander, you would agree with me, right? Like, leading
Well, would you
psychology.
associate it with love?
Sure, you can, but let's take back love for a second. Let's just take, like, you would agree with me with this quote, right? A person who is in a position of authority, control, or power over an elongated period of time loses the ability to feel empathy. Wouldn't you say that's a true statement, correct?
Yeah, it happens. I've seen it. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, obvious when it comes to cops, and that's why there's such a high rate of domestic abuse because
They get
the
desensitized.
that's right, that's right.
Hmm.
I mean, it's obvious to me when you're at a family party and, like, a friend brings a friend, and like, say that person gets cut off, and you see that person, like, get angry, and it's like, oh, that's a cop. You know what I mean? Like, you could just tell it's because they don't like not being in control. They can't handle the situation.
Yeah, it spills
So
over into other aspects of their life. Pretty much everything.
Big time. They snap. That's what I want you to go over, derealization. Because
oh man. Yeah.
yeah, my friend and I had a long conversation about derealization, and we showed how that affects police officers, and you can see it in their eyes. Their eyes get glazed over for like 4 seconds, and they don't know where they are. right? So like derealization is a moment where you don't know what you're feeling because you haven't felt it ever in your life or you haven't felt it in a long time. So in a cop's situation, it's just not being in control. So they don't know what that feels like and it's weird, they feel weird and stuff.
School, we're gonna pause for a second because Mama Word is saying good night. Ooh, I have an echo. Did you guys hear that?
No, I hear you 5 by 5.
All right.
Love you too,
Good night,
mama.
Mama Word.
I think she at work listening now. Well, nah, she probably at home too.
But
Work
that's where
maybe.
people get hurt, guys. That's where people get hurt when a cop snaps after the derealization is done. So like after 4 seconds, they're like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck? I'm in control here, asshole!" And then like they hit him or something, or God forbid they shoot them. Then if you put racism on top of the derealization, and like let's say you got a white cop dealing with an educated black man or woman, and that black man
Oh,
or woman,
boy.
that's yeah, because that black man or woman is making the cop feel uncomfortable. They don't know what's going
There's that
on,
word
and
uncomfortable. Yeah.
yes, right.
Mhm.
Oh man, yep. And then the cop slips sometimes, like what are you, you people, right? When the you people comes out,
Yeah,
or oh,
you
it
get
happens
like
all the
I didn't,
time.
bro. Is like what you explain is what I experienced working in the hospital. Because a lot of times, like even the doctors, bro, especially like surgeons, you're doing so many surgeries a day, and if one go wrong and you have empathy or sympathy, it can affect the rest of your day. So a lot of times, the surgeons become desensitized. But then you need that compassion when you're dealing with people in general, right? And when they
Yes,
desensitize, they start looking at people like objects, you know.
yeah,
And then they do
absolutely.
that one thing that happened. I'm gonna be honest with you, I found myself doing that because it's like you get so accustomed to helping people, but then that one person you can't help, bro, that shit'll fuck you up. You go home thinking about it, and you even come in the next day, you be all not thinking straight. You still thinking about that one, but you got to work with
That's
these
where
other people.
REBT comes in, my friend. Rationally motive behavior
Yeah,
therapy. And if you can use that in your life, that will help you out in that. Because
but
it's the same way with me. You're absolutely right. I
e-
do it to cops. Think about
now
me.
see, even that process should be like when you have to work with people. I think that that's a necessary component or a tool you should be able to give that should be given to people because everyone doesn't know that unless they, something happened. Now they got to go to therapy because it happened. But what about giving them the tool before they even have to get to therapy? Maybe they
Exactly. This
don't
is what I'm
need
trying to
therapy.
push. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
man.
yeah. And that I think that's what we need
Yeah,
in
I
today's
totally
society.
agree. I
Like
totally
college,
It
like
can't
agree.
just
a
be
lot of this
one
stuff should be
time.
taught in high school, in
Totally
my
agree.
opinion. A lot of this stuff could be taught in high school, bro. You know what
Listen,
I'm saying?
listen. You don't have to. So in my field, I'm a behavioralist. So like inclusion and self-contained. That's all different types of special education. Like there should be the special education department in my local high school. Like they don't even have a head for the department. Do you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous what happens there. So everything you just said, bro, I agree with. I can't disagree with anything you just said. It should be there, bro. It should be there.
And see, having like like this is my whole idea. Having conversations like this. This is what like at the end of my show, you always hear me say conversations like this create nations, right? So even us having this conversation, we can go back into our own community and have these conversations with people. Or maybe we can start something within our own. Like eventually, I'm pulling my kids out of school and I'm a homeschool. But the way I'm gonna do it is with a community aspect. There's a lot of different parents who homeschool, and we can determine what we teach our kids. So this is one thing I'm implementing is behavior is like it's not gonna be like psychology, but understanding like human behavior. I'm gonna teach the kids that to understand themselves, and then by
That's
understanding
right,
yourself, you can
man.
identify things in other people, and that's how I function, right? Because I learned
It's
who I was, and
beautiful,
now I
man.
can
It's
identify different
beautifully
things in
said,
other
bro.
people.
Beautifully said. Don't you agree,
But
Commander?
Yeah, and ultimately it's like it's for their own protection too.
Beautifully said, bro.
Oh.
Everything you said. It makes me feel so devolved, like our society, just because we're so
It is,
so.
bro. It's fucking animals.
I know, bro. We really are, man. But you know what you just said about, remember when you said about your workplace and you were like, sometimes I do that? You made me
Mhm.
think about the way I perceive police officers too. And I have to always keep that purpose-driven behavior in front of me, and not let that ego
Yeah.
take over because I will assume certain things of police officers too, like before they say it, because I'm so used to most police officers doing the same thing. I shouldn't assume that every police officer is going to react that way, so I
Mhm.
kind of catch myself doing it too, just like you said in the hospital, point of view. I do that with police officers, and I'm going to put that to work. I'm serious because I think sometimes maybe I'll trap police officers on purpose, or I think they're going to do something and I shouldn't. I shouldn't assume.
But sometimes, like, bro, like sometimes we can actually create a stimulant for those things to occur. If we didn't do this, like the cause and effect factor, like
Oh,
we
I
can
do it
go
all the
in with an
time.
assumption and create a stimulant and cause the
Yeah, you
effect
manifest it. You
versus
manifest it.
yeah.
You manifest it.
it-
I've done that so many times, bro. In the other like the other channels, like when I see something going a certain way, like my ego will take over and I'm like, fuck this. They ain't listening to me. I'm going to create a situation, and I'll create a situation and like people don't even realize that I was the cause of it. And now all this toxicity is happening and I did it and they don't even know that I did it
and they
right
don't even
between.
know it. They're totally
They don't
unaware.
even know it. And it's bad. That's bad. But everybody's guilty. They just have to recognize it. I've done that so
Yeah.
many times, bro. You ever watch people speaking, like five people, and you're the only one that actually sees what happens? Like one person misheard this person,
Yeah.
and you're the only one in the whole
Yeah.
conversation that actually knows what's going on, and you're not saying anything. Like you're just watching this shit show happen.
Well, even if you say something, everyone's already hyped up and they don't even care.
That's right, because in their mind they think they knew what happened and they'll go crazy. So you're right. You can't even. It's like you'll make it worse if you're trying to explain.
If you ever see me on like a different channel, you'll notice like, damn, we're being quiet. We're sitting. I'm sitting back and observing, and I'm really reading everybody, and I'm understanding how to effectively and efficiently interact with everybody. A lot of people don't do it, and
Yeah,
but my intent is to have an effective and efficient interaction with a person. So,
me too.
I'm always quick to listen and slow to talk. But like I didn't truly understand. Like I kind of use that in a bad. Now I use it in a positive way. I've learned how to use it in a positive way. I always did it just with different intent. My intent was to read them up, so I can know how to break them down. But now I do it with the intent to understand how to positively interact.
That's really good.
Um,
I like what you said, intent to listen, right, rather than speaking. I try to do that too, but I can't help myself because I'm so ADD, ADHD. Like if I get into a conversation, especially with people like YouTube people who we have the same interests, I can go from, it's like a drug to me, guys. Like I can go from being so tired, and then
It's
all of a sudden
called passion.
I get up out of my bed and
You
I'm
get
pacing
passionate.
back and yeah, but then it's bad because I interrupt. I do it all the time. Like you hear me, I just I have so many things going in my mind at the same time, and I got people that want to speak about the same thing, and I go crazy off the rails. So I have to
but see,
take.
like even
Go ahead.
that, like if you watch me interact with people, I noticed that, but I understand your intent though. Your intent is not out of malice. You're not interrupting because you feel like your point is better than someone. When I see a person's intent when they interrupt, I tell them like, bro, and I stop like, bro, that's disrespectful. Calm down. But you're adding substance. That's the difference. Like, so if you interrupt me, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, passionate about this, he about to add something, and you do never fail yet.
Thank you
So
for saying that, because Summer says that too. That's why I get Summer, I support that, because she says that what you just said about me too. She knows my personality, so she's there to support me. Like she says what you just said about adding. It's not malice. I'm not trying to.
some people do it because they just want to be top dog. You know what I'm saying? They just want
Yeah,
to
alpha.
make the
That's right.
best
They want
point.
to be.
Yeah.
That's right.
And see, I like if you look at all those personalities, I probably fall more into the Sigma aspect of
Mhm.
those personalities versus the Alpha.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I can take the back seat, or I
Mhm.
can be the pilot. I can do either one. So long as
I
someone
would
is
I would
adding,
say you're an
I'm
alpha. I
fine.
would say you're a
I'm
straight alpha,
definitely not.
because
I'm gonna
you know
tell you.
why though?
Nah.
Well, I'd
Go
like to
ahead.
say why
I'm
though.
interested.
This is
Yeah.
my opinion, right? So I'm going to back it up with one fact. First of all, you have enough ego and confidence to start your own channel. So first of all, just for the fact that you have this channel, there is, an alpha in there, because me, I am a true follower. All right. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they went off on me. And they were like, School, you're like the little dog in the cartoon. Which way did he go, boss? Which way did he go?
Oh.
So then I went back at him. So I went back at him and I said, Listen, I said, are you trying to insinuate that being a follower is bad? Because that's what it sounds like. There would be no leaders without followers. A good leader, good followers
Facts.
are just as important, right? I mean, how many people followed Hitler, right? Those are bad followers, okay? You know what I mean? Like, now,
Hmm.
there's good leaders in life. Like I like to say, let's use um, like I'll say the leader from South Africa, the gentlemen
Yeah.
that were brave enough to follow him, like without those people that supported and followed, there would be nothing. And he had nothing to stay back to me after I said that, because I mean, how can you argue that, right? Where would there would be no leaders, right, without followers?
Right. You
So
you know what the Sigma personality is? Have you ran
yeah,
across that?
so I heard somebody speaking the other day, and I was always telling someone that I was a beta, but somebody told me that I was a true Sigma, not a beta, because of like the supporting aspect. So go ahead,
You,
explain
you
more to me.
so I don't feel beta energy from you at all. You got too much confidence to be a beta. So what a
Mm,
Sigma is they call them alpha killers, right? Because a
hmm.
Sigma can be an alpha, but don't desire it. So imagine
Oh,
it's like I can stand in front of a group, I can lead a group, but that's not what I want to do. I don't have to do it. I'm like
that's
I
what
can be
he
a
was
lone wolf.
telling
I can
me.
travel to yeah, I can be by myself. I'm just as
That's
fine as I don't need alphas need the pack.
yeah.
Sigmas don't, but they can
So
run a pack. They can be the leader
so
of a pack, or they can run alone.
would you agree then I would be like a Sigma? Because that's what the person was telling me the other day. They were like, "You're not a
You
beta," and I didn't really never heard of the Sigma thing, so I just thought a beta meant a follower. And he was like, "No, no, 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 you're a Sigma," and I was like, "I gotta look into this because I don't really know what it is." But that makes sense what you
definitely
just said.
I definitely think you got Sigma energy. I just
That's
think
what the
you'll
other
probably
people
have to
were.
develop some of the Sigma traits, because
Gotcha.
like I said, I can follow, but you will never hear me. I will only follow for a purpose. It
Yes,
has to
that's
be
what
a
I mean.
purpose. I
That's
would
right.
not follow, I can't follow people unless I'm benefit or growing or developing something. And I can only follow for a period of time. I can't follow
I
nobody for
like
that long.
that's why
I
I left
can't do it.
Eli. I left
Yeah.
Eli's, yeah, because I was trying to support him. I just donate a couple bucks here and there for coffee and for gas and for because I believed in what he was doing. But then when they started bumping heads and I got blocked, I said, fuck this, I'm completely out. Because I could still go to the channel. I don't watch the channels. I don't do it. But I like that Sigma thing. What do you think, Commander?
Wait,
Put it
School, you're
about
not like a follower. You're not like a sheep or a simp. You're not like
yeah.
that kind of follower. You have
Nah,
your own
nah.
opinion and you're not afraid to
But wouldn't you
say it
agree
or
that
It,
wouldn't you
contradict
agree,
someone.
Command? Commander, wouldn't you agree that people hear the word follower and they just think negative right away? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
so not true, you know? It's
Like I
but
so
say, I'm
not
a
true.
servant. I'm a
Oh, I like
servant,
that.
so
I like that too.
when I
which can
when
be
I hear
people
school
think negative.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, go ahead, Word.
when but
I
when
like
I
that.
hear school, like when he said I follow, he's doing it with the intent to support,
That's right.
not to actually follow, but hey, I'm here to support. I believe in what you're doing. And that's Sigma energy because I see
We're
people and I'm like, yeah, I can go over here and support. That's why I always tell people like, shit, use me. If you can use me to benefit you in your channel with what I know, use me. I'm here to support you, but I can't. I'm not supporting you. Me personally, I'm not supporting you to follow you. I'm supporting you to benefit you.
That's
That's why I'm
right.
supporting you because I want you to be successful. Shout
Words are
out to
so
Frankie
powerful.
Blanco.
Right, Commander?
Frankie, what up though, Frankie? And you know
Words are
what? I
so
wanted to say Gary
bad.
sleeps because Gary jumped off the panel. Good night to Mr.
Good night.
33, Gary.
Words are so powerful, right? The way we use words and like like you said, follower, servant, the word you just used, and
Support.
what you
He
support,
said
and
support.
yeah, he said support. It's so different, you know, when the auditor, because I don't have a page, I don't put my videos online, you know. I go out and I've done audits myself, but I don't put them online. So that has to be a Sigma trait. I am going out there filming, and some of the films would probably give me clout, but I don't put that online. Like I don't need that to put it online, which is that right? Word?
Yeah,
Is that
that's right.
right?
You're doing
Yeah,
right. You
like
don't need to. You have your purpose and you live in it.
that's right.
You
Because
know,
I'm
you
I'm
ain't
doing
doing it for the
that's right.
attention or the
That's
notoriety.
right.
You're doing it
And I've
because it needs to be done.
yeah, because I believe in it. I want, you know, I've had the conversation with the cops, and I've had good interactions with police officers, and that's what I'm trying to do for the cause. But then, like, I maybe I made that police officer look silly, and I could have put it online, and people would laugh at it, and I would get clicks and views. But I don't need to, you know. I don't have to. I like that. I
Yeah,
like
there's
Hey,
so
that.
that's
many
why I
people
love it.
behind the scenes that do a lot for the
That's
cause that
right.
without
Mhm.
them it just wouldn't be.
Nah, you're so right. You're so right. My boy's almost at 1 million subscribers. Let's see where he's at. Let's see.
Hey,
Let's
you dropped the
see.
link in the chat. Right?
He's almost at a
Subscribe.
million. Yeah, he's almost at a
That's
million.
what's up, man.
Let's see where
How
That's
he's
you
what's
at.
been,
up, bro.
Frankie? I hadn't seen Frankie for a
He's at
while.
Blanco.
984,000 subscribers. Oh,
Oh
can't
yeah,
wait to
we'll
get to
sub
a
up to
million.
him. Let me give you a wrench. You can drop the link
You
in the
prob
chat.
you probably already have, you're already subbed probably to Long Island Audit, right? You're
Oh, I
probably
think
subbed there, right?
yeah,
I am, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's almost at 1 million. That's my boy. You know, he lives right around the
He's
block from me.
cool.
Yep,
I would say he's
yep.
like a Sigma because he hasn't let all that get to his head.
No, his unbelievable hit. The way he can. No, no, he's an alpha. He's a
He's
true
an
alpha. I
alpha,
mean, how can he not be
but
with
he's
the?
not like
He's not the
he's not like a
narcissistic. Like,
yeah.
yeah, you know,
He's
like
not like a toxic alpha,
no, he's
narcissistic
not
alpha.
because that's right. But but you know
Yep.
what? He has both traits, I would say, right? Alpha and Sigma. But you know, if you almost have 1 million subscribers, you got to be an alpha, right?
Nah,
And he's
bro.
got follow
Nah,
through.
you
Not
don't.
not everyone has the
That's
same kind of follow through.
that's the like, bro. When you really get into that alpha personality, bro, alpha,
Uh-huh.
it's not good to be an alpha, bro. It's really not good. That's why they say
Oh,
sigmas are alpha killers, bro.
so
Most alphas are narcissists. They
I see what
need
you're
they
saying.
like when you think about a
I'm
narcissist,
wrong.
right? They
Yeah, I'm
need
wrong.
outside validation, right? They
I'm
need
wrong.
that. That's what they thrive on. That's their fuel is outside
Uh,
validation.
I got
It's
it.
people to validate them. So,
You
I
know what?
mean,
You're right, Commander. I'm wrong.
you got people like Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah, Sean's
Total
yeah.
Sigma, an epitome of the Sigma. You got people like what's his name? Um, my one boy, uh,
Yo,
Robert
Denzel
Downey Jr.
Washington. Yo,
Like
I
Robert
know.
Downey,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. These are all Sigmas, bro.
I think
Because
Keanu's a
look, Sean
beta.
doesn't. Sean doesn't. He doesn't talk to people all crazy. He doesn't let it get to his head. He's like humble in a sense, you know.
Yeah,
Control.
because
That's
I'll
what
tell you,
it sound like.
it
It
was
sound like
Yeah, he's
so
control.
emotionally intelligent. What up, Missing
so
Mon?
two and a
Lifetime
half
Listen,
fly.
man. What up, man?
2.5 years ago, Commander, I stumbled upon Long Island Audit, okay, and he was the first auditor that I found, and he introduced me to the 1A cause. Not only was he from Long Island and lived minutes away from me, but he was also pretty impressive. However, I didn't know his true personality, right? So he held a protest against the Nassau County Chief of Police, and the protest was from
Did we lose
Internet
him?
drop? Oh, okay. I'm still there.
We lost you, school. You got cut off. We can't hear you, bro. Let's see. What did Missing Mom said? Psychopaths don't have to have an outside source.
Oh no, psychopaths. No, they're a whole different. Breed. But mention mine. I don't know if you got that membership. 199 sister. I'm going for the members. I'm going deep next week into these personalities. So we're going back into the personalities. I missed that. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate you so much, Amanda. If it wasn't for you, school wouldn't be over here. And he making me feel nervous.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's a 9 and he
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
even know it.
Don't even know, man. Too now, bro. We gonna just start adopting people. Missing my, I ain't talking to you no more. You didn't got me on BS Lewis channel, and I'm hooked on watching him
Oh
play that
hell
damn game.
no.
That Colt game. He playing the Colt game, bro. That dude is funny. He created a cult called Christianity. He had missing my. I'm sorry to tell you, he passed away from old age over here in the cult. But yeah, I'm over here watching him play this game, man.
I don't know
I
what
almost
happened. I
downloaded
don't
it.
I don't know what happened.
All right, he's back.
What happened? When did I get cut off?
Like right away.
He was
Wait, what were
talking
you
What was
about
saying?
when you
what was
first
the
met.
last word? What was the last word that you heard me
Mm,
say, Commander?
Well, yeah, when you first met Sean,
So I got
and then he
there.
was doing the protest.
So I got there at 5:30. I said, right? I don't know if you there.
I don't think I
I think
heard
that's
that
where you
part.
cut off.
You
I
got
think
there.
that's where you cut
So
off.
Yeah,
so
I know you
people
said you
said
was doing a protest.
so people
Ooh, it
said
sounds
school. What?
bad.
Shit. Hold on.
It
Hold
sounds
on.
real bad.
Hold on.
Mr.
I'm gonna drop.
Roboto.
Missy Mouse said he resurrected me today.
Oh, they got resurrected. Yeah, I definitely made download it. I didn't know they could resurrect.
Yeah, we've seen
I
BS Lewis
watched.
come over here. I bet he
Yeah,
sometimes
BSP.
listens in the bushes.
There's some people I just think when I looked at the membership, like I know these people, I just ain't seen them over here. So they probably just listen, but I appreciate it. Ain't no just saying be coming on
Mic
here.
check.
Oh, just coming.
Mic check.
You from better, bro.
Mic check,
Listen.
mic check.
So for the third time, I said I got there at 5:30. My friend said, well, "School, why'd you get there at 5:30 if it was from 2 to 5?" And I said, "Because I wanted one-on-one with him off camera. I was debating on supporting him, and I wanted to know the real person. I'm not gonna just blindly follow someone, walk around with signs and shit when I don't really know who he is." And I got to have a half-hour long conversation with him, one on one, off camera. There was only 8 people left there, and he was everything you just said, Commander. Everything you said about him, that was the real person. And I got a
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it
good to
was
know.
it was great, you know. And he was like, "Wow, I actually kind of respect that." You know, a lot of people just come here and, you know, they fucking people get
Kiss his
tattoos.
ass.
Yeah, people get tattoos of people and shit, and like it's just crazy.
Wild.
Yeah. You know, did you say Robert Downey Jr. before? Word?
See, I wouldn't
Yeah,
want those kind of crazy followers.
Sycophants, yeah. Do you know who you ever see the movie Raging Bull?
yeah,
Do you know the girl who plays Vicky LaMotta? Remember the blonde hair who plays Robert De Niro's wife in it? Do you remember her?
yeah.
She was 18 in that movie. She got nominated for an Academy Award, and I was a finance manager for years, and she came to my car dealership because she lives in the Hamptons, and I sold her a car. She had me drive the car back to her house, and I got a one on one with her. Do you know who she said the most talented actor that she's ever worked with, like in her entire life, was?
Robert Downey.
She said that he can write music. She went to his house, and
Bro,
the paintings on the wall. She was like, "Oh wow, who painted that?" And he was like, "I did." Sing, dance, act. I mean, everything. She said he can just do everything.
Robert Downey is a bad mother. Shut your mouth, man. That's one of my favorite actors. That's
Me
my
too.
favorite actor. Actor Denzel. Actor Denzel is Robert Downey. I think he's amazing. And you got some people. They did like Chris Brown, bro. I know. Look, people probably don't like him because of the whole Rihanna thing. But I mean, when you that dude can do a lot of different things. And when you
Who?
meet people like that, Chris
Chris
Brown,
Brown. He said the dance. He's good
Okay.
dancer.
dancer,
I,
singer, he actually write poetry. Like his poetry, like the stuff you don't see off camera. Basketball, baseball. Like this dude, I don't know if he plays football.
yeah.
We
I
talking
like
like people
Cheadle.
like that.
Don Cheadle. I don't know if you know.
Oh, Don
You know
Cheadle
Don.
is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hotel
he don't need
Rwanda.
enough too. Yeah, Don
Yeah.
Cheadle
Hotel
ain't need enough
Rwanda.
too.
Oof.
You just meet
There's
people
a
like
lot of,
that.
my friend and I had a good conversation. Yeah. My friend and I had a conversation about black African American actors. And he was like, I don't understand why they get turned down for roles for British actors all the time. And I was trying to
Yeah.
explain to him, like, the difference between the culture in England, and like there's so many actors that you wouldn't even know, that black actors that are from
Yeah,
England,
what's up with that? What's
because
up with that?
you want to know why?
Tell
One
me, I want to
word.
know.
I'll tell you. One name. William Shakespeare. That's why.
What?
William Shakespeare. That's why. William Shakespeare is embedded in the culture of England and acting. So when you're a kid in England, you know how you play baseball here and girls do dancing, right? In England, it's soccer, cricket,
So you
and
just think that
acting.
they're just more passionate, or are they more
No, no, no,
experienced?
no.
What do you
It's
mean?
not that. It's not passion. It's not that. It's it's the all right. So like here's baseball for guys and dancing for girls, right? But in England, it's soccer, cricket, and acting. Like acting is in every child's, like growing up, like the plays when you're in elementary school over there. It's do you understand? Because they do Shakespeare in elementary school. Like it's
So you're just
this.
saying like that's who like Black Americans are competing against?
Yes,
It's
yes,
like they conditioned, like they
yes.
almost
That's a
created.
that's a great word, conditioned, and like
Yeah,
because of that Shakespearean experience as a child, they're true thespians, like true
yeah,
thespians. Yeah, like Idris Elba. Do you know him, Idris Elba?
yeah.
Oh my God, like
Yeah.
that man is unbelievable. Like he could do any role. I mean, any role.
Like I was having a conversation with the dude named Andre. He over in the UK. He big on boxing, right? And I was having a conversation with him when what is his name? Uh, Anthony Joshua was coming to America to train, and I'm like, what makes Black American boxers great is what they experienced as kids.
I
Like
agree.
we play touch and go, hit and go. We
I like that.
constantly, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah,
like we
Brownsville,
grow up.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, we
Come
grow up
on, man.
aggressive. We grow up before we even get in the gym. We grow up. Uh, I
You're
don't
right.
want to say.
No, you're
Uh,
right. I'm already
it's
picking
not just.
everything up you're putting down, bro. Everything. I'm feeling
It,
everything you're saying.
There's like baseball players, like there's a lot of Dominican and that type, like in
But see
baseball.
that's
yeah,
see there you go again. I went to the Dominican Republic twice, right? And I went up Mount Isabel on the tram. And when I got to the top of Mount Isabel, my girl and I looked out. Do you know what we saw? Fucking baseball fields
yeah.
everywhere. I mean everywhere. That's what they do.
Yeah, they grooming. I mean, and like you said over there, that's a way. Like here in America, one of the ways you make it out the hood is what? Sports or some form
Hmm.
of entertainment,
You either
rapping,
sling and crack
singing.
rock or you got a wicked jump shot, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and that's how it is here. So over there is the same thing. What's getting them out of their condition? Being
They
able to
all
act.
they all act the truth
Man, it
thespians, man.
man, it fucked me up the first time I heard Israel Alba's real voice. I'm like, hold on, bro. I thought he was a black dude. Like I thought he was,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
he is unbel. Listen, I am like I love British so I was a major of history and I did my thesis on the War of the Roses. So like I'm really big into British history and British culture, big time. So like BritBox and PBS Masterpiece, you know those channels on
Yeah.
I've seen
Well,
like, bro. I'm
I ain't
waiting for
watched
new
BritBox.
shows. I've watched every single fucking show because the television in Britain is so different than the television here. It's
Yeah.
just so much better. Like it's so much more artistic. Like true,
Yeah.
like here is just cookie cutter criminal mind. Oh God, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
terrible.
The word got into Korean soap opera,
Oh
or
man,
what
them
is it?
Asian soap operas, man. Bro. I'm telling you, I like Asian soap operas, man.
Yo, that K-pop is getting huge, man, with the hip hop and everything like that. That, but I'll tell you, I know the British
That
culture.
ain't hip hop.
I know. I'm with you. I'm from New York, like so I know. But I love that British culture, and so I'm only prejudiced about two things. Word knows what I'm gonna say. British actors are better than American actors, and there's not one good police officer. Those are the only two things I'm prejudiced about in my life. I tried to tell my boy Bronze. He was like, but Michael Jordan could have played the role. I was like, yo, there was like six black British actors that were ahead of him for that one role, bro. He's like, what? I'm like, six. Like the casting agent said straight up, these are the first six, and they were all British. Like, you ever hear an American go to like another, like do a accent? Never, right? You ever hear?
No.
Nah. American actors,
No.
they don't go and do the British. Very few do.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp can, Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCap can, Denzel can, but very few. Like
Okay, is
eh,
Johnny Depp American?
yeah, he's American, but
Yeah.
like you hear his last movie. Did you see his last movie? He did the entire movie in French. The entire
What
movie.
what
Yep.
was his last movie? I didn't even know he came out.
Yeah, it was. Watch, hold on. Tell you the name of
He's
it.
like an anomaly. He's like
Yeah, he
really,
is.
Yeah, Johnny Depp
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
special.
he's a method actor. He's really, really good. He's a special American
Man,
actor.
I'm so mad Heath Ledger passed away, bro. He could have did some
Uh,
great fucking things, bro.
I know, and he got that award for the Joker, posthumously. Like he was really see. He's another method actor. So, like, guys, I have a credit at the MMMPA, the Major Motion, because I did a movie, cinematography. Director of
Wait, did you
photography.
say midget?
The MMPA, Major Motion Picture
Oh,
Association.
my bad.
So like we did a movie and
Word.
I was a director of photography and then
Sorry, it's an inside joke. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
that's cool. We submitted it into a film festival and I got the credit for director of photography, cinematography.
Wow.
So yeah,
No
yeah, yeah.
way.
Yeah, I swear. So I have some experience in the field, very, very little, but I'm a huge advocate. Like I love film, like I could tell you 72 Best Picture Godfather, 73 Sting, 74 Godfather 2, 75 One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Oh, you'll
76
you'll get
Jaws.
along with
Mm,
Mr. Blonde. Well, you
Mr.
met
Blunt.
Mr.
Yeah,
Blonde. Yeah, he
that's
was on
funny
Yeah,
Time with
because
Mr.
Mr.
Blunt.
Blonde.
did you know I went as Halloween as Mr. Blonde in 2003? That's so funny.
Really?
Yeah. Me and my boys went as the Reservoir Dogs and I went as Mr. Blonde. He's got my he's my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes of all time. Quentin Tarantino wrote, Mr. Blonde says, either the cops got him or they don't, or he's dead or he's alive. That's my favorite quote. Oh shit. Yeah, I love. What's your favorite film, Commander? Any genre?
I'm not into film. I don't even know, honestly. I don't really. I'm not a movie person. I don't really like movies. I
Well, I
know.
could
I
tell.
know. Don't get upset
I
with
could
me.
tell. I can tell that you know because, like, when you said Johnny Depp special, like, so you know, like, who's good. Like,
I mean, who doesn't know Johnny Depp though?
Come
I
on,
don't
Nando.
know. Your word, me and you will disagree on one thing though. Keanu Reeves, because I heard you say him before. He's like garbage to me. He's just a.
Oh, come
He's just
on,
listen.
man.
Keanu Reeves is just a reincarnation of like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger from the '80s. Like he's a good action guy, but he can't like speak like no dialogue and shit. Like
He don't
Will
supposed
Smith.
to. He's just supposed to blow shit up.
Will Smith
That's
would
his
have been
job.
such a better Neo, bro. Will Smith would have been a way better Neo.
Oh man, that would have broke the internet. I mean, that would have broke society, bro.
He
If
should
you
have
had
been
a black
Neo.
dude as the one, if you had a black guy as the one, bro, that would have broke the whole fucking
Don't you
world.
think? Don't you think Will Smith would have been way better?
Yeah,
Way better, man. Fucking Keanu Reeves.
I ain't ready for no black man to be the one.
Oh, no, you're right.
Do you know what
I,
he represented? That was like Jesus, bro. Neo represented Jesus, bro.
I'm not.
I ain't
No, you're
ready for
right.
that.
You're totally right.
And now Will
That
Smith
shit.
is like a joke to everyone
I
Yeah, just
still
because
think
of
because
Will
that
of his
one
Smith.
action.
Man, nah, bro. He did what he was supposed to do. That was some real shit. I don't care what nobody said.
Couldn't
I mean,
believe when that
is it
happened.
wrong? Yeah, but at the same time, come on now, man.
Couldn't believe. Yo, I think.
well, even
Listen,
the wife dogged him.
can I ask you a question? If Tupac was
Mm.
never alive and he wasn't a person, do you think Will Smith would have done what he did?
No, see now you have to. It's a person who I'm real cool with on here named Sugar Love. Right now, she had experience. She been around real Will Smith. She was like Will Smith was one of the biggest gangsters. He said she was like, think about this. Tupac dogged everybody. He never said nothing about. Name one person who said something negative about Will Smith when he coming up.
Never,
This a dude
because
who
he was
don't
like
have.
bringing the black society. Like he was one of the leaders, right? Of like,
She said he was gangster. Like Will Smith would knock you the fuck out,
I
bro.
don't know, but she
I
got the
believe her.
experience, so I can't say
Yeah,
she's wrong. Who am I to say
I
she's
believe it
wrong?
because that's not the first time I heard that.
Parents
And
just don't
people
understand.
Yeah, people start telling stories like MC Hammer. Like
Yo,
Hammer,
I
I
yo,
had my
you are so
yeah.
funny. Word, you are so funny, bro. You
Uh,
take the words out of my mouth like constantly. Cause I was waiting for you to finish with Will Smith, and I was gonna say, listen, I don't know about Will Smith, but I know about MC Hammer. That
yeah,
guy, he was straight like Crip gangster, bro. And you ever watch all those like inside the rapper studio, YouTube pages? I've
yeah,
heard I've seen so many different rappers like Ja Rule, Jada Kiss. They've all spoke about Hammer and they all say the same thing that he was fucking nuts. Like you didn't fuck with him. I believe that.
bro. Yeah,
You would have
but
never known though, right? You would have never like
well, no, because then you got to think about who he was linked up with, Quincy Jones. Now I know people who like the OGs that came up. They knew Quincy, bro, and the D. Like they knew who Quincy was, and Quincy wasn't nothing to play
crazy.
with, bro. Quincy would get you up out of there. They tell you that. Like Quincy Jones, you talk about they was like, man, Quincy will get you up out of there. I'm like, are you serious? Like growing up hearing this, I'm thinking Quincy Jones is just some Motown dude, and he got the Michael Jackson and
Do you think he
Will
like an
Smith.
Uncle Tom? Am I wrong for like saying that, or like what am I? What do you
No,
mean?
Quincy Jones, he was just he. It's just
No, I
I
mean
think
back then when you looked at him before you heard it. Like, would
like
you
he
think he's
was.
like
I thought like he was just bringing black people up. Like yeah, he
okay,
was just yeah he was
but
bringing. So let's get
okay,
some context because when people hear
yeah,
Uncle Tom, they go think we're talking about the real Uncle Tom, not the Uncle
yeah.
Tom, not the disparaging way they explain. I'm actually doing a show Saturday about Uncle
I
Tom.
need to understand
Um,
the true difference because like I shouldn't even have said the words right
hmm.
there. Like,
So when people like you ever read the story Uncle Tom's Cabin?
I have it right on my library because I have library, a second edition, right here in my hand.
It'll be a great. It's a great. I don't know if you read it already, but it's a
Yeah,
great
I got
read.
it. I got it right here in my hand.
You know, so Uncle Tom was damn, I forgot his real name, but I got
I'm gonna
slides
show
and
you.
everything for y'all Saturday.
I'm gonna
But
show you the book.
yeah,
Go
Uncle
ahead.
Tom was a real historical figure. His name
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Uncle Tom, but he was a real
Mm-hmm.
guy
Go
who
ahead.
escaped, got his freedom, went up to Canada, and made a safe haven for other black people who was escaping. You know, they called it Uncle Tom's Cabin. You know, but he had an
Kind of a
actual
male
cabin.
Harriet Tubman, right? Like a male Harriet
Yeah,
Tubman. Got
yeah,
you.
yeah. It was like this is he was setting people up north. And once that story came out, they start doing what do they call them, minstrel shows. And
Mm-hmm.
because this was at a time where they was giving like black people pride and hope, you know, they started that's when the minstrel shows they was making fun of a lot of like Harriet Tubman, but Uncle Tom, and they made it seem like he was a white bootlicker, like he was like the dude in the Django, like since the guy Samuel Jackson played in the they made Uncle Tom look like that. So it became derogatory to call a black person Uncle Tom because I mean you were a
Yeah.
sellout. But really Uncle Tom wasn't a sellout, you know. He was actually helping people free themselves. So we gonna do that Saturday.
Yeah, you'll put my camera up on big screen.
Commander, you gotta do it. I'm out. Oh, I probably can do it. Hold on, let me see. I'm on my phone.
This is a second edition.
Why can't I?
Wait, I'm trying to do it. What? It's not even an option. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
it's
got some
hard to do
feedback.
it on. If I was on my computer, hold on, maybe I can do it
Yeah,
like this.
this
There
is
you go.
this. Yeah, see, this is a second edition. You see Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of blurry, but I see it.
Oh, is it? Hold on, let me try to fix this.
How much you gonna let that go for, bro? You sell that?
Nah,
Damn.
I, I what?
I know books, bro. I heard two words.
What?
Second
What?
edition. Them
Yeah,
only two words
second.
I need to hear. I know books, bro.
Why is that so blurry, guys? That's not. Something's wrong.
It's a cool looking book.
Yeah, but something's wrong. Why is this so blurry?
He said something's wrong.
Yeah, it could be
Clean your
clearer.
camera.
Is it still blurry? I wiped it off.
Yeah.
Why is
That's
that so
okay. We
blurry?
believe you.
Yeah, but this is a 16 Pro Max. Something's not right. This should
Yeah.
be.
I know that book.
Yeah, so it's got
I
the.
know that book. My teacher had that book.
Yep, and
That's
it's
what she
got the.
read out of.
So I have a library that I'm making, and my goal is to have the. I'm trying to make the ladder up, and then the ladder that goes up to the top, like in the closet. You follow? When you
Yeah.
visit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Have the library with the ladder, because I kept all my textbooks, and my father and my mother both gave me all their textbooks from college. So I have all their textbooks from college, and then all of mine. My favorite book is the complete works of William Shakespeare. I have every single play of Shakespeare.
I
That's
got
my
hooked
favorite.
on I got hooked on Othello when I was younger.
Oh yeah, Desdemona, right? That's an Othello. Desdemona. I like King Lear. King Lear is one of my favorite
Yeah.
Shakespeare. The the,
William
the
was a
qu-
bad boy.
oh,
He was
he's one of the most, like, he's, because Alexander the Great is number one for me all time. He's number one, and then Shakespeare is up there like big time. And then another one is Catherine of Aragon, because women don't get enough clout, in history. Catherine of Aragon? She was Henry
yeah.
VIII's first wife. Do you
Yeah.
know she was the first ever female ambassador ever in, like, the so she was the ambassador from Spain to England while she was his wife, which is pretty unbelievable.
I like I think when I think about history, who inspired me the most is probably Mansa Musa. Um Mansa Musa and then Miyamoto.
Yeah,
Miyamoto,
that Asian
man,
culture.
bro.
Yeah, I gotta
Miyamoto was a
read.
bad motherfucker, bro. You get into the five rings, man. When you see
Listen,
how he associated sword fighting with life, bro, and how he mastered himself through the sword, but he conquered like a lot of the things that we have strife with today, as far as like emotions, man. It's some things I don't agree. I don't agree. Like he said, destroy the ego. You don't need it. He
yeah,
don't
that
like
I
anger.
yeah disagree with that. Of
Yeah. And you think at that time, in that time, they didn't have as much information as we got
course,
nowadays.
of course,
Most understand. So something like the ego in his time, especially when you think about fighting for your life with swords, it wasn't needed. It hurts you more than it helps you.
sure.
With his lifestyle. So I understand why he said it. So I
Yeah, that
will
makes sense.
associate that. I do associate that in different aspects. Like he said, showing your enemy compassion is showing hatred for yourself. And that's just his concept because of what he was dealing with at that time. Like you take
What
it easy
year?
on an enemy,
What
we're
year?
talking about I believe in the 1600s.
Okay, so we talking Renaissance, man.
Let me actually hold
You said 1600, but you want to hear badass commander? You know who Catherine of Aragon is? That's Henry
No.
VIII. All right, so Henry VIII was king of England during the 1500s. He broke away from Rome and started the Protestant Reformation in England, right? And his wife, his first wife, he had six wives, but his first wife, he went to France and was fighting in a war. And then, if you remember, England, the island, is two countries, right? Like, it's actually three countries, but Scotland is half of the island, right? Can you picture that on the map, right? So while he was in France fighting in the war, Scotland rose up and started to rebel against England. And she was pregnant, right, with Mary, and she gets on a horse, pregnant, and puts down the rebellion, leads the English army into Scotland while she's pregnant to put down the rebellion. You talk about badass. Could you imagine somebody doing that today?
No, they won't pregnancy leave.
Pregnant. This woman was,
Mm.
she had an armor. You know when they
This
wore
is
the
the real
armor?
one.
Dude, you know how they wore the armor? Like knights wore armor? They had armor made for her that was, the pregnant belly. And she was on the horse
So
with the
was she
fuck.
an alpha?
Oh, she's unbelievable.
She was a certified badass, bro.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it was his fault they couldn't have a son, and then he divorced her.
It sounds like a myth, you know? It just sounds like one of those stories that
It, that's what's
sounds like
that's
it's
what
made up.
that's what's so unbelievable about it is that it's 100% true, and for
But they
people
got the
to like
armor.
to think about it, like I'm with you. You're like, oh, that couldn't have happened, but it did. Like that's
It
one
did.
hundred percent fact. Yeah.
It did. They was trying to prove her. I think I was in high school, so it was like the late '90s when they was trying to prove a lot of historical characters as fictional, and that's
Hmm.
one that they found a lot of evidence. Like they actually found that armor.
Oh yeah.
Um, they actually found it, and
Oh
that
yeah.
just certified the story.
That's it's sad though because he was crazy. He was I mean you talk about narcissism. Henry VIII was you know it was
Yeah.
his fault. And she was older than him, and then he was trying to get a divorce from Rome, and Rome said no, and that's why he broke away. He said, "Fuck it, I'm done. We're gonna start our own religion over here."
Yeah, but Miyamoto was 1600, 16. He wrote the book. Took him 2 years, and he finished it before he passed away. But
I didn't realize how
yeah,
modern he was. I thought he was like,
yeah,
wait, yeah,
16.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he eliminated. I forgot how many they said, but everyone that he eliminated didn't die by sword. Some of them died by fucking wooden stick, bro. This dude was taking people out with wooden sticks, bro.
Oh, you talking about like Dracula, bro? You know Vlad the Impaler?
Yeah,
That's like
oh
that
man,
shit. That's crazy.
shit. No, you sword fighting somebody with a sword, and this man got a stick, and he unalive you. Like that's a bad ass, bro.
Yeah,
And
yo, bro, I'm with you.
the first time he did it, I think he was like 14 when he got in his first duel, and he didn't even have a sword. He only had a oar. He had a wooden pole,
Wow,
and he took a grown man out with a fucking
wow,
like. Bro, Miyamoto was a bad motherfucker, bro.
wow. I read this book
I
the
kind of
other day.
wish I lived back in those days, bro. Like when there was no
Sometimes,
guns and it
sometimes,
was just all skill, bro. I
sometimes.
got this I got that spirit though, like that warrior spirit. That's what my spirit is, that warrior. And having that spirit living in these times, bro, it kind of conflict. So that's why self mastery is huge for me.
Did you ever read this one? Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, who was that, bro?
So
I heard. Oh,
David Gran wrote it, but it's about the Osage murders and the birth of the FBI.
oh,
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's about the Native Americans in Oklahoma when they pushed. If you remember, Oklahoma was created originally, and they were going to put every Native American like in the country in
and
Oklahoma, and that was going to be their own state. Um, and then they hit oil, and then
yeah,
once they hit oil, everything went to shit because all the Native Americans got rich in there. Do you know all right, I'm trying to remember this quote. They said that 90% of the automobiles in the country were like in Oklahoma at the time because that was like the birth of the automobile and they all hit the oil, so they were all rich, so they all bought automobiles. Yeah, and then the white man went in and then started marrying into the families and controlling all the money and killing all the families off, like just murdering them. The movie came out. Martin Scorsese directed it with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro.
mm-mm.
You didn't see it? It came out like 2 years ago.
I didn't see it. I like the last. Ever since I lost my eyesight, I don't really watch too much.
Oh
It got to
yeah.
be something.
Remember
Yeah.
you said you were gonna watch the two shows about the women's too.
I
Remember I told
start.
you
I fell asleep on the movie. I fell asleep on the movie,
how
but I'm
far did
gonna
you get
start them
through?
tomorrow.
How far did you
Probably
get?
about the first 15, 20 minutes, bro.
Oh,
I
okay,
jumped
yeah.
in. I got off with y'all. Jumped in the shower, and I was like, and usually I stay up for probably about an hour or two. I was like, I can watch this. Man, I was sitting there drooling and shit. When I woke up, it was my screen was black, and I'm like, oh shit, I fell asleep. Earbud out. I'm like, yeah. So I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow.
That woman like single-handedly like moved forward um Whitney Wolf, that's her name. She like pushed forward women as CEOs like single-handedly. She's a billionaire. She started Tinder. She's the youngest woman in United States history to take a company public.
Mm.
So like
Badass, bro.
she was the founder of the social networking app Bumble and famously served as its CEO, becoming the youngest woman to take a company public in the US in 2021. Yeah, she's a boss.
And
But
probably like
look,
people probably don't know about her. I never heard about her.
Oh, she's a straight boss. She started Tinder and then the guys tried to take credit for it. She said fuck you, and then she started Bumble, and then uh this gigantic conglomerate from Russia bought Bumble, and then this other company bought that company and pushed out the Russian guy and made her CEO of that. So she, she's no woman have done what she done.
but see, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like when a lot of these cats be having these conversations online. Like you said, it's for clicks and views. 'Cause they say, "Oh, women should like." Jesse, that dude, he was commander. I might have to do a part two on him. He was talking to this white lady, and he asked her, What's wrong with the blacks in this country?" And she was like, "I ain't qualified to answer that." And I'm like, "You go, girl." and then he started telling her like, after women got the right to vote, it fucked this country up. And I'm like, bro, like this old man is just saying shit for clicks and views, bro.
Is he trolling though, or is he being like
He
serious?
dead ass, bro. He racist
He's like a
against black
Jesus
people,
troll.
bro.
Christ. Well, you can't tell. That's what I like about you guys, because when somebody says something, we think motive first and behavior. Is this person
Yeah.
trolling? Is this person trolling, or is this person actually believe it? You know, because that's the
See,
first thing I think.
the way he talk at first, when I first seen him, I'm looking like, man, it's an old guy on here getting money. That's how I
Yeah.
looked at it. But
Yeah.
how confident and unconscious he says stuff, bro, he has to believe what he
He
says.
believes it
And
too,
I'm
huh?
talking, bro. I like when you watching stuff. At first I listened to a lot of stuff, but when I start
Yeah.
watching them, I start looking at mannerisms, how comfortable
Yes.
people are
That's
sitting. I
right.
start paying attention to word
That's right.
structures, how they structuring it. There's no fucking way this guy don't believe what he said.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
no fucking way. And when you
Commander.
hear him, I'd be
Hmm.
interested in his like life experience. Like, how the fuck did you grow up, bro? How did you
Yeah.
come up?
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Commander, do you know who Alexander NYPD is? Alexander runs New York. Do you know him?
No.
Ah, okay, forget it then. I'd love to hear your input on his behavior, because like 95% of the time he's just trolling, like to fuck with someone. But people, like 90% of the time, believe him. And it makes me laugh. I'm like, do you think he's fucking serious? Like, what's wrong with you? How can you, like, think he's not, he just wants to get a reaction? Like, I thought maybe you knew him. He was
now, do
kind
you
of
think
like,
that's dangerous?
I'll have
yeah,
to
You
I
think
look him
that's
up.
dangerous though?
Yeah, yeah, it's really dangerous. He goes way too far, and like see, so he'll try to do it with me, and I'll laugh at him, and then he'll get angry, because I just like you can't do it, Alex. So he'll stop with me, but other people, they take it really seriously, and then something really bad happened, like a couple years ago
Yeah.
with. Well, yeah, well, it was about a year and change ago. I'm sure Commander knows about the whole Eli thing with the violence that happened. That's to me that was really, really, really sad. Like what
And see,
happened
that
from
like for me, bro, I consciously try not to emotionally trigger people because you
good.
don't know like it's levels to everything, right? So
That's
yeah, I
right.
can be fucking around playing or something, but I can trigger someone like okay, yeah, they go get pissed or whatever, but you don't
Yeah,
know how pissed they go get and where
that's
they
right.
at right now, where
That's
a
right.
person is right now in this space because
That's right.
you can emotionally trigger somebody and that can be the straw to break the camel's back and make them crash
Th-
out, bro.
that's right. And so you're asking me a question, simple yes or no? Yes, it's extremely dangerous. Did you guys see the shooting in Vegas, right? From the person? Did you see that?
Yeah, Manny
Oh,
Wise.
Was it?
oh,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
not wait, what'd you say?
Oh, what are you talking about?
No, Commander, what did you say? What did you just say? What?
Manny
The
Wise?
YouTuber,
So was that the
the
one with the
YouTuber.
camera set up right on the strip and the person like
Yeah.
yes, I got to see that like literally um like minutes after it happened because I was on Northwoods and somebody came on it and presented it before they blacked it out because remember they blacked it after it happened. YouTube just blocked everything.
Yeah,
Did you see it
yeah,
like
yeah.
unfiltered?
I don't know who I seen it on, but I
Did
was
that make
like,
your heart drop? Did that make your heart just drop? Like
yeah, because at first I'm like, oh damn, he shot somebody. Then I'm like, did he just shoot the wife? I'm like, did he shoot both of them? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
And I'm
that
like, and I'm
was
trying to
Crazy.
play. I played it back 2 times, and as I was playing it back the third time, I think that's when they blocked it.
guys.
But
That was so
I didn't even see
scary
what
to
really
me.
happened. See, I didn't know the story. It just
Yeah, but
popped
it
up,
all
and I'm
just
like, oh,
snowballed, like you said. It all snowballed, like you
yeah,
said. That's it. All started from nothing, and then bigger things happen. So people hear like this big conflict, but it starts from something small, from just a little troll. What was the name,
Petty.
Commander? Commander, what was the name?
Manny Wise? I used to watch
Manny.
him.
Okay, Manny
Manny
Wan.
Wise.
Is that the person that actually did the?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know who
he was
any
always on the
that.
strip, him and his wife.
Wow.
That was their content.
Can you tell me? So, the camera that was up that actually had it. How come? Like, was the person that got shot? Was that the person that had the
Yeah, that had
camera
the
up?
camera. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, because they and it was right on. Do you think that he put himself on the camera on purpose? Like he was right
He
in.
didn't care. He knew. He was searching for them. He had been searching for them.
But I mean, like, did he know that he was on camera? Like, did he know? Like, did he put?
yeah. Did
Yeah,
Because
cause that's how he was trying to find them
that's how
when they
you
were
track
going live. Yeah.
I was looking at
track
his
them.
face, and I didn't like. It didn't look like he was like he was going crazy. So I didn't know if he knew that he was right in front of like the camera because that was like fucking crazy. And then he ran right, and they couldn't find him.
Yeah, and then he turned himself in.
That's insanity, guys.
And he
And
tried
that's
to he tried to claim
I'm
self
missing
defense.
mod.
Like, bro, what? You know
what
that
did he
shit on
do?
camera, right? You got to
What
claim
did he?
self defense. He was
Oh
trying to
my
claim self
god!
defense.
It was like six shots, six. You
And
know.
do you know prior to that, I didn't know this until I started. But what was it, a year or two
Hmm.
before that? You know, he
Hmm.
maced his wife. That wasn't the first
Jesus
altercation they had.
Christ!
First time he maced her. He maced the wife. He didn't mace the husband, but he maced the wife the first time he encountered her. And then
So,
that's when
so
the beef got like first they was cool with her, and then they
can
started
you
talking shit
explain
to
to
each
me?
other.
Can you explain to me something? So the
Hmm.
camera that was set up, those are two different people, right? Who's like?
No, so it was the couple, the
Hmm.
black couple. That was their
Hmm.
camera. They
Okay.
had their own channel, and then
Okay.
Manny Wise had his own channel. So Manny Wise didn't record anything.
Yeah.
No,
It
Yeah.
he
was
didn't
Okay.
the
record nothing.
couple that had the
Okay.
camera up
And he
when
went
the live
there,
strip.
and he uh two people got hit.
Yeah,
Yep.
a husband and a wife.
But who
See,
was the
they had been
person?
beefing from
Uh huh.
before, and I mean, they would
Yeah.
be beefing on panels. That's why, like, all this stuff on panels where people talking,
Yes.
sometimes they don't
Yeah.
take it serious, but
Yes. That's what we're
you never
talking
know
about. But
who's really taking it serious.
did you see the person in front of him that that he was trigger around? He put the piece around the person. Remember?
Oh, that was the husband. So the wife kind of
She
was
was
trying to stop him,
blocked.
or
Did
but
that person get hit in that was in because it didn't look like it, right? I
yeah,
didn't
first the
understand.
husband, and then
Got
he went to her.
so then she went off camera, right? Because she was right in front of
Yeah, she
him,
went
and
off
he
camera.
wow, that was wild.
That's
But the
why I
way
didn't
she talked
think.
to him, did you hear the way she talked to him?
Yes,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it was unbelievable. I didn't understand what was happening. And he put the piece right around her and then unloaded like six times. And I didn't see her get hit at all because she was right in front of the camera. So I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, that's
I'm
scary
back in my
stuff, man.
phone.
Why? Why?
No, I'm reading Mr. Mind. I came back in the house and I can see the
Yeah,
TV.
but you make a great point, Commander, because like it
But they
starts from
knew. They knew that he was like after them. They knew.
that's
He
so
was posting
weird.
I don't think.
content looking for them,
And did they
saying
not?
that he was looking for them.
So when you
I
say
don't
the
think.
word "new," do you think that they knew that it was going to escalate to that? Did they want that? That like what?
But you gotta. This is my thought process, right?
Okay.
Once someone shows aggression, they show what they're capable of. So this man already maced your wife, bro. What did you? Your job is to protect her. I'm not saying I'm not justifying nothing, but you kind
Of
of
course not.
put you put her in that situation. You
Yes.
know that like that this trolling shit. That's why I tell people, bro. Like you emotion. That's what we just talk about emotional triggers. Like when I get like when I really get into it with somebody on here, you know what I do? Stay the fuck away from me. We don't
Yeah.
see you stay over there. Okay, we don't went off on me. What another? I didn't have people make videos of me. I ain't responding to that shit because we really at it. We really don't like one another. So I got
Yeah.
kids and a wife. I'm gonna just stay the fuck away from you
That's
before
right.
bullshit happens.
That
Because we, it's a difference to be like, okay, I'm okay with having difference of opinion from people. Like you not go like Commander, perfect example. That's my nine. When I say my nine, that's my nine. She don't agree with every fucking thing I say. And she'll
course.
tell me like, I don't agree with that. I don't rock with that. And I'd be like, cool, we don't beef though. So that's fine having disagreements. That's okay. It's when the shit when people start threatening and we're getting hostile with one another, I cut people off. Once we get to that level where we can't respect one another, then we don't need to be around one another because shit
I
happens,
agree.
bro.
Yeah, I
So
agree. And that's
I'm
safe.
not
That's safe behavior, what you're talking about, you know?
watching what
Separate.
these people did. They going at one another on like on panels and stuff, like Commander said. And then the first encounter y'all actually had, your wife get maced. Bro, you maced my wife, I'm going to jail for life. That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
be.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
after all that happens, right? Now y'all still getting into it. You streaming, he's making streams talking about I'm looking for you. Like, I don't think it's safe,
Yeah, he's
bro.
like, don't come to my city.
Yeah, I
But
don't
I
think
mean,
it's safe no
like he
more.
owns the city.
I
Like,
know,
come on.
right? She seemed more like the male than he did. And I know that's a horrible thing to say, but she seemed like more tough than her husband, I feel like. Like she, right? Didn't she get in front of him? Am I right?
Yeah,
It, it,
Like
I
she
didn't,
was,
s- I don't really, I
she
didn't see
had a
that much
mouth on her.
context of it, but
I guess I'm not
yeah.
saying this right. I just remember her,
No, no,
like,
no,
I
no,
thought she,
no. I see what you're saying. I see what
yeah, because she, like, stood in front of him. Like, I would have been so, like, I don't know. She was, he put the thing around her. Like, she got balls.
you're saying. Mr. Ma, what you talking about?
Commander, when I hear your voice, I think of Left Eye. I don't know why. That's like what I'm imagining what you look like Left Eye.
I
Commander
look like
said
a
once
left
she get
eye.
it.
Yeah, do you
Commander
know
said
Left
once
Eye,
she.
the
Who's
rapper? Oh,
left
go ahead.
eye?
You don't know who Left Eye is?
From TLC.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
go
I.
chasing
That's who I
waterfalls.
picture. Yeah, I picture her being Left Eye, like her
Nah,
appearance.
Commander
No,
said she will show herself once she hit 1 million subscribers. So y'all
uh,
get the subscribers.
or maybe
Y'all gonna see
Aaliyah. She
Commander.
looked like
Face
Aaliyah.
reveal.
I can see Aaliyah too. She seems
You think
very
Commander
like
black? Commander sound black to you?
yeah,
You just named two
yeah,
black
yeah.
people.
She seems like a slender, intelligent, like very thin black woman. That's what I hear.
That's
Like when I'm
hilarious.
yeah, but it's
I don't
just
know
what's
why.
in
Some people have said that. Like, I
yeah,
don't
it's
know.
just in my head. It's just in my head. But I
She,
see
no,
us. This. Go ahead,
you think of more like Selena.
Selena.
Yeah.
Anything for Selena. You remember that
Anything
movie?
for Selena.
I love that movie with Jennifer Lopez. I gotta watch the new one.
Oh, oh my God, Commander. Let me tell you what my daughter did the other day. So my wife, me, we all laying in the bed and I'm laying on my wife. And I asked my daughter, I said, baby, what color is daddy? She was like, brown. "Well, you look more like chocolate." I was cracking up, right? And I said, "Is mommy white?" She said, "No, mommy yellow." I was like,
That's so
Aw,
funny.
kids
That's
are
so
so
funny.
innocent.
Yeah, yo, that's what I did when I was little because my great grandma, she had a husband and he was a Pennsylvania farm boy, so he was really, really, really tan. He was a white guy, but
Schwartzy.
like I called him Brownie. That was what I called him when I was really little, Brownie, because I thought he was like brown. I used to call him Brownie.
And he had that Schwartzy. He
Yeah,
probably
Commander. I
he had a
see.
bit of Irish.
Maybe Commander is like a like a Selena Gomez, maybe then, like a Selena Gomez, or listen to how she laughs, or who's the other?
Oh, Selena Gomez, she's cute.
Yeah, she's adorable because you got this little like pipsqueak voice, you know.
Just don't say Ariana Grande.
Nah, nah, nah,
Ariana
nah.
Grande.
I ain't not about a Ariana. I'm not about it, but I do like her in that movie. That was really funny in that movie. That Don't Look Up. I really like that movie.
This is me. Mr. Mott. Hold on, man. I love me some Mr. Mott.
I loved
What is
what
that missing mod?
I'm
Is that
trying
a
to see what that is.
taco?
God. Do you
I
see
can't. What
the
is that?
what's
I
the
don't
name?
know. Is that a Diok? What is that?
That's a. Oh, it's a sloth.
Oh,
You
the
Oh, a
don't
little
look like no
animal that
sloth.
sloth.
hangs upside
Stop
down like a
it.
Yeah.
Missing
Madagascar.
mod,
You don't
she's
look like no
beautiful.
sloth.
What's the name of the white actress that's got all the Oscars? What's her name again? She got tons of Oscars. She's like, she's older.
Who? I don't know.
The Devil Wears Prada. What's her name again? She's like got the
Can't
record for
remember.
she got the
What
record
she
for
doing?
most, like, she played
No, don't get on my couch. Get down.
Um,
Get
what the hell's
down.
her name? She was in Don't Look.
Marilyn.
What'd you say?
Get
Marilyn.
Meryl
Um,
Streep.
Catherine. Yeah, Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that one. That
She
one.
played
Oh,
Trump. You
Meryl.
remember? You remember she played Trump in Don't Look Up. That's who she's portraying. She's portraying Trump, and she had me laughing in that.
Meryl Streep is funny as hell, man. She be
Yeah, and
funny as
then
hell.
her son is playing Trump Jr. The fat kid from Superbad, Jonah Hill. He's playing
Yeah.
Trump Jr.
That's her
Oh man,
son?
yeah, that's in the movie. That's who they're.
Oh.
Yeah, not
I
in real
thought you were talking
life.
about real life. I was about to
No,
say,
in the
holy
movie,
shit.
Meryl Streep's son is Jonah Hill, and he's playing Trump Jr. That's who he's like. That's the role he's playing. Mm.
Meryl Streep plays some iconic roles.
Oh, Meryl Streep was so funny, man. Trump got so mad at that movie, man. That was too funny. But you want to talk real talk for a second? You see what happened with Jimmy Kimmel, right? This past like
Yeah.
month. That's
Yeah. How you feel
crazy.
about that?
You want to know how I feel? I'm outraged. That
Hey,
really
didn't who else
touches.
got somebody else got canceled and they ain't come back? Who was it? It
That
wasn't.
that that touches me in the wrong way, man. I have a serious problem with that. This is America, man.
This is
I thought it
America.
was crazy. Like they had like a whole protest.
That
Like I've
shit was
never seen a
badass to
protest
me.
like that.
That shit made me proud to be an American. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
Like when
got
people
really
make,
angry.
bro, you see how quick they lost 4 billion in a couple days. They was like, shit, Jimmy, what time was your show?
This is
But that's
ridiculous,
what
though.
I
You
tell
realize how
people, bro.
serious that is? You know how serious
Bro,
that is for this
that shit.
country to do something like that? Like that's the start of
But
the wrong. Go,
Eminem Ben told y'all about this. His
yeah,
FCC won't let me be.
that's right. FCC
Eminem
won't
Ben
let me
told you
be
about
and
this.
let me be see. So let me see.
FCC, I'm
Feels
telling
so
you,
empty without me.
he told you about this shit. He told you this shit was coming, bro.
He's
Like
right though, man.
for the fact, this is
That's a
what I'm saying.
slippery
If
slope, guys. That's a slippery
like
slope, man.
I don't want nobody taking the take this the wrong way, but I will articulate it different if you do. But in my 41 years, I have never seen white people fight like this publicly. I've never seen this shit, bro. Like they really going at it, bro. The left and right.
Bro,
And
do you
I'm sitting
realize
back
that this
like,
is what
what the
happens in Russia? Like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm angry now. Like, I'm really angry. Like that. This is what happens in Russia. You understand that, right?
hmm
Journalists, TV, if they say something out of line, they get jailed. This is what goes on.
Well,
This
and
is
he's like a
insane.
comedian, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
my
he
point.
he was
This is my
making
point. This is
but they pushed
2025. What the fuck?
they they
I'm
pushed it
angry.
like they pushed it like he said something negative about Charlie Kirk. He was making fun of Trump.
Correct. And
He
that's
made
We,
fun of Trump.
this is free
me and my
speech,
husband
man.
have a difference in opinion because I
How
don't
can
think
you?
whatever he said was that bad.
Of
Like to
course it
cancel.
He
wasn't.
I
This
don't
is
did.
think so.
America. Even if it was bad, it's
My
okay.
husband
You're
thinks
allowed to.
like, nah,
I'm
nah,
sorry. I
like,
gotta mute. I gotta mute. I'm
yeah,
He
we
angry.
have a
made.
difference in opinion. I don't think it was
No,
that bad.
I agree with you. I'm angry.
Yeah, I agree with you too, because
I agree
I
with
don't see
her.
what he said. It was like is not. I
And
mean, he didn't say nothing negative about
and
Charlie.
even if he did, it's okay to. That's my point.
And ain't that
Like
what Charlie was fighting for? Like
that's
Charlie
my
was literally fighting for that, right? That's what
guys.
made like everything he said, everything this man said he didn't care about
I am
empathy.
so
That
angry.
he said empathy was bad. He was talking about we need gun violence is necessary. Everything that he said, people start fighting against after he died. Free speech. He was like, shit, people should be able to say whatever they want to say.
Guys,
That's how he felt.
That's my point. Like, and you're right, Commander. What you said, it's not so bad. But my point is even if he did say things that were worse, like hypothetically, say he did say things that were wrong, right? That's okay too. That's what this country was found. I mean, do any of you guys know who Lenny Bruce is, the comedian from the
Yeah,
40s and 50s? Okay,
yeah.
Dustin Hoffman played him, right?
That's
Oscar
how I
for
know
him.
who he is.
Yeah, he and that guy is like the founder of like 1A, right? I'm going to show you guys a so this is from an actual, here you go. See this picture right here?
Hmm.
Okay, so this is a portrait of him playing Lenny Bruce. Dustin Hoffman is Lenny Bruce. This is him getting arrested. So he would go up and do a stand up, and it was very racist, which is okay. You know, Chris Rock, that's what we're found, right? Everybody does that now, right? Every comedian. And he would go on stage, and the cops would wait in the crowd. He would say one thing that was racist, and then he would get arrested. And he was arrested like 100 times, and that's what like changed things. And that was 100 fucking years ago. And it's still happening now. Like with
Okay, but
Trump.
he didn't get arrested though. And these are
No, no,
private companies that lots of
that,
people lose their jobs when they say things that are inappropriate. He didn't get arrested,
okay, so
right? I
listen,
mean,
listen. No. He didn't. That's not all right. So I'm kind of going off the rails here because this is really getting me angry. So I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. He didn't get arrested. My point was though, this has happened almost 100 years ago. So we should be so much farther ahead than we are. And Trump has brought us so far back. You know, that's what I mean. Like, he did nothing. He's an entertainer, he's a comedian.
but why are you blaming Trump though? Like
Well,
Well,
Jimmy
like,
Kimmel.
Trump didn't
He talking
cancel
about
him.
but
he
like,
talking about Jimmy
yeah, I'm
Kimmel.
talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
He had
but
Like,
a
like
hand.
Trump
He
didn't
had a
cancel
hand.
Jimmy.
He had a hand in that shit. He had a
You
hand.
but
think?
of course
Man,
he
did you
did. Of
hear the
course.
did you
That's
hear
what
the
I'm trying.
statement the FTC put out?
Of course he did. That's what I'm trying to.
And then did you hear what Trump say after that?
Oh,
Like
Commander.
Trump tell the only thing you do is listen to him. Trump be telling on himself, bro.
Yes,
Like
Commander.
we got you
That's
What
now
why.
about the
going
rest of the
after.
people losing their jobs?
But my point
Well,
is
nah,
that.
the
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
Did
the
Trump
other
have a hand in that too?
No.
I
So
wouldn't.
listen.
I
We're talking about a couple different things here. Go ahead. You go first, Word.
oh no, go ahead, break it down.
All right. So she brings up a great point because like we do have to think about other people that like aren't famous and stuff like that, right? Like that's what you mean. Like when somebody says something like out of line. Is that what you're saying, Commander? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, and they lose their job. Like a lot of
Okay.
people have lost their job here just
Okay. Now.
saying the same things.
Okay, so now that's wrong too. But like from an entertainment and like journalist like point of view, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like Jimmy Kimmel's a comedian, okay? And like he's an entertainer. This country we were founded, right? It founded on free speech and also what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Like for a comedian standpoint. Um what's
Like
It's just
SNL.
Yeah, keep going though with it.
it's
What's the word I'm looking
it,
for comedians?
uh,
Fuck. When
let's say
comedians, mm, satire. That's what I'm trying to get at. Satire, right?
But was
When
it
s
satire though?
yeah, but okay, so like, all right, so that's a good point too. Like, it's not satire, right? But what he said, as far as you said about free speech and it not being that bad, I like that word explained to you that Trump had a hand in it because to me, it's 100% obvious that Trump did. And that's what I'm enraged about.
I'm gonna say it like this. In that specific situation, I feel Trump definitely had a hand in it. But with the rest of the country, like the regular people, I think Trump's um I think I don't want to use the term influence, but
Yes, you
I
can
think
say influence,
I
the
think
ripples.
his stance on it empowered
Yes,
people.
yes,
I
the
feel that's a
ripples,
form of influence.
the,
Yeah,
the
it kind of
ripples in the
empowered people
atmosphere. 100, not
because
kind of,
how many
100%.
I mean, even like
It's
with
not even a question to me.
oh man, it I
Bro,
don't want to say that,
you
but
should see the people, man, where I live, bro. They fucking crazy, bro. They fucking, and he's empowered them, these fucking flags. I'm talking about, you see Confederate flags up here in the north on Long Island. People got, F-150s with the Trump flag in the back, the American flag, and they're fucking crazy racist, man. And he empowered them. Crazy. Commander, you don't think that he had an influence in Jimmy
No,
Kimmel?
I agree with that. Well, I don't know about the
Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know
Oh,
about
he
the Jimmy Kimmel, but
definitely did.
because I didn't hear like what he
Oh,
said
he
afterward.
listen. He
I just went
definitely
to,
did.
and I don't even think I heard
he,
maybe all of what Jimmy said because I went to go
he was
listen, and I heard him say stuff about the Tyler guy, the guy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the suspected
what
shooter.
Mm-hmm.
that what he said about Tyler. He was saying that he feel the left is trying to make him. I mean, the right is trying to make him a lefty. And then what he said, he was
Yeah.
criticizing Trump because they asked Trump how he was doing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing great." And then he's like Charlie Kirk, just your friend just got eliminated. How you doing? Like that's what they asked. He's like, "Oh, I'm doing great." And even look at the ball. He started talking about building the ballroom, and he made fun of that. He was like, "These are the stages of grief."
And he called them the
Building
gang
this.
too. Remember the gang? He called them a
Yeah,
gang. The MAGA gang, Make America Great Again
yeah,
gang.
I mean, I
yeah.
don't think he's wrong. I honestly
That's
don't
what
think
we're.
he's.
Exactly. I don't either. And also, he's allowed to say it. And Trump fucking canceled him. Like that's Russia. This is what fucking happens in
When
Russia. He needs to
when
go. This man needs to get the fuck out of office.
when this is
Country
why I say he
crazy.
told on himself.
I'm
Because
sorry.
after he got canceled, this is why I said Trump told on himself. After he got canceled, he literally said we got him off and we're gonna get I think Stephen Colbert, they're going after him next. And I'm like, what?
That's what
Like,
I
hold on,
mean.
what you mean? Like you
That's what
got him
fucking
off.
Putin
He
says.
said
That's
that shit.
Putin. That's what Putin does, bro. That's what Putin does. Putin
He
jails
admired Putin
journalists.
too.
What?
He admired Putin too.
Of course he admires him. He's jealous of his ass. He's jealous of Putin. He's jealous of the El Salvadorian president. He's jealous of
Kim Jong Un.
The Filipino president. 100%. We need to move forward. I wish we could just get in a time machine and move forward 2 years. Like he needs to go. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, Mr. Mod. I don't even know who that dude was, but
And I voted for him too. You know that 12 years ago, the first time. I voted for him too, and I'm one of the only people that like can admit like they were humbly wrong, because I never envisioned January 6th, 20. I couldn't believe when that happened. I didn't vote for him again after that. I couldn't believe the progression and the evolution of the country.
I can't. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. His first term, bro. I've never watched the news that much. That shit was entertaining.
Me too, bro. I
I ain't gonna.
agree.
I was like, what is this crazy?
I
But
just,
I mean,
I just
that's one
thought
of
he would
them
be
movies.
better.
Yeah, that's one of the movies don't need a sequel. That's
I
how
just,
I
I,
feel.
oh, you ain't kidding, bro. I
There's
just
some
thought he
movies.
was
It's
gonna be
like
better than her. Like for the foreign policy, I thought he was gonna be better than her. I'm talking about Hillary. And
I never thought
so
that, bro. I thought
what?
he was gonna be entertained. I never. I don't see like looking at
I
his
just
track record. I just don't see where people thought he'd be a good president. I just,
so I thought
none
that
of
he
it
would
made
be
sense.
feared. Like I thought he'd be feared. Like and like shit was gonna be more in control. And everything devolved, and his
Mm,
head got
The
so big, and I never made a bigger mistake as far as like
the only
I
hope I ever
couldn't
had
believe it.
looking at that is he'll put the right people around him, but he started putting his buddies around him, and I'm
And
like,
then he
oh, this is
fired him. And
crazy.
he put his buddies, and then they were like, "Yo, you're nuts, guy." And then he'd fire his buddy, and then put another buddy around him. Right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Did you read
I,
that
Yeah,
book?
I could not vote for Sleepy Joe and Kamala. Sorry, but I couldn't do it.
I
Oh,
don't know, and that's the problem with this country, bro. They giving us people to pick, and it's like we become accustomed. We talk about subconsciously, but we become accustomed to vote for the lesser of the two evils, bro. Instead of saying no, no, we want better selection.
I think at the end of the
We're
day, it's
not.
all part of the plan.
It
Yeah, you're
is.
right,
Either
It
one,
is.
you
Commander.
either
That's
You're right.
whatever you vote for, it
You're right,
doesn't
Commander.
matter.
No, you're
yeah.
totally right. You're totally right. Couldn't have
But
said it
that's
better
what.
myself. It's all
But
part of
that.
the plan.
But this is the problem. Like, I mean, I agree with that 100%. It is part of the plan, no matter who you vote for. But it's the conditioning of getting you to accept
To think we
something
got
that
some
ain't.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you just get conditioned to that shit. Like, okay, because I'm looking like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm like, okay, I understand why Bernie didn't beat Obama. I voted for Bernie. I didn't even vote for Obama. Like when they was doing the primary, I'm
I
like
voted
Bernie
for
Sanders.
McCain.
Like Bernie, I don't know. I'm a Bernie
I
fan.
wasn't allowed to vote in the primaries. I'm an independent. So
So when Bernie lost to Obama, I'm like, okay, I understand. Black, young, charismatic, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But then when Bernie lost again, I'm like, how the fuck did she beat Bernie? I'm thinking that, and then I'm like, y'all just gave it to Joe Biden, like because he was Joe. Like I thought Joe Biden was man. Like between him and Trump, I didn't vote that year, but I
I
would
didn't
have
vote either.
definitely.
That's what I was just gonna say to Commander because I voted for. So I voted Democrat in 2000, right? So I voted for Gore and I voted for Clinton, Hillary Clinton, for senator in New York because I'm a New Yorker. And then every presidential election after that, I voted Republican until 2020. I didn't vote in 2020 and I
Yeah,
didn't
I ain't
vote in 2020. I didn't either one of them.
But that's crazy that you're not allowed to vote because
But
of
for the
based on how you're registered.
Yeah, see, I'm
Is
an
that what you're
independent.
saying?
Yeah, so I'm a registered independent, right? So that means I can't vote in the Democratic primaries or the Republican primaries.
That's
But if
crazy.
you if you're a registered Democrat, you can vote in the Democratic primaries and you can't
yeah,
vote in the Republican primaries. That's how it works.
yeah.
So I couldn't, yeah, that's just how it is. But what about gerrymandering? Like when you guys learned what that was for the first time, did that not fuck your mind up? You know how the gerrymandering works?
Wait, what is that?
Yo, gerrymandering is how they figure out what the districts are inside of each state to vote. So, what I want you to do, Commander, when you have time, well, I shouldn't say if you want, but yeah, I would never demand you to do anything. Just watch a basic YouTube video on what gerrymandering is, and it will blow your
Gerrymandering.
yeah with a G. It's
So they should
GERRYMAN.
call it jerry rigging.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's it's crazy.
Wait, is that where
And
that name came from? Jerry rigging? Isn't that like a phrase?
yeah, it came. Yo, listen, if you look where it came from, you're not too far off. It's scary though how they changed the districts, right, to get the representatives in so they can win the House, so the Congress can go in each way. And it's scary because, they
Yeah,
just
who decides that?
so it's scary. Yo, it's
Mm.
each it's state. Yo, wait till you see a video on it and wait till you see the way the districts are set up. It's not squares like normal. It's like all these crazy lines. And then they go after the poverty, like black areas they'll go after, Hispanic areas they go after, rich areas, poor areas. You'll see. It's fucked.
It's crazy.
You know what the scary thing is? They don't be hiding shit no more, bro. They do that shit right in front of you.
It's open.
Can you put it up on the screen so we can watch like a 2-minute video? You know how you present something? Do you know how to do that?
Oh shit. Yeah, I can do it
That,
next time. I'm
that
on
would
my
be
phone
really
right now.
okay. Because I was going to say that'd be really interesting to watch. It's like a 2-3 minute video, and you learn how the voting districts get set up, and it's fucking scary.
So
It's
this
know
is what
what?
Trump's trying to redo. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Wait.
oh, they
I
redo it
was gonna say.
every year. It gets redone. That's every year the districts get changed, and it gets
I,
changed to yep for the people that they want in. It's scary.
I was about to say either next week or the week after that. I can go on Petty and do a whole show about. I ain't gonna do it on here though,
Yeah,
cause I
yeah,
don't want
sure.
them fucking with this channel.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
that's
Are
I
you
all
ain't
good.
sub
making
to
money off
Petty? Petty Vision? You have to
it.
sub to that channel.
I'm gonna do it right now. Petty
Yeah, and
Vision.
we'll start
Eh,
exposing
how
some
many
of this.
subscribers do you have, Commander? Like you have your own channel?
Well, I don't have content, but I think I have like, I don't know, I think around 170.
Oh my God, how do you like if you don't have any content, how do you have so many? If you don't mind me asking, how did you get so many?
Because people are just
Pe-
nice. I don't know,
Yeah,
people are just
people love
nice
her.
and they sub to me.
Wow. It's so funny how like your personality, like a lot of people would say, because I'm just awesome. I'm just cool. And you say the opposite. You say, because people are nice, you know? It shows a lot.
Yeah, because people are awesome.
I'm looking at Petty Vision. I can't find the what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know, he renamed it, so, but try
No, it
looking,
should be
try
under petty. It should be under
Petty
petty.
Vision 9
Is it
or
P?
9%.
Is it like P dot E dot T dot T dot
Yeah,
Y? Is that what it is?
yeah,
But it only
yeah,
says 110 subscribers.
yeah. That's my
Yeah, that's like
second
a
channel. That's
second.
my second
Oh, okay,
channel.
cool. All
Yeah,
right, I'm done. I
that's
just
my.
subscribed.
Oh,
111.
Missing
I
Mod.
I start building it and then I stopped and then I renamed it and then
I'm trying to get to 50 on mine. I'm at 25.
Wait, Missing Mod says I'm cool, but are you sub to me, Missing Mod? No, I'm just kidding.
It-
But are
I'm
you
trying to
sub to
get to.
me?
Once you get to 50, doesn't that mean you can do something like cool? Isn't that like?
You can go live.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
you
I'm
can
trying to
get
get to.
10. Once you get to 10, you can go live. Just get StreamYard.
Eh, I don't think
Oh,
so.
I'll sub to you.
No, yes you can. I promise you, bro. You get 10
But
subs,
somebody
you can
told
go
me.
live.
But somebody
Through
told me you need to get.
StreamYard. No,
Oh, oh,
you
oh,
gotta
oh.
get 50 to go live off the YouTube app. But
Yeah,
you
that's what
can
I'm
once
trying to
you
get
get
at.
yeah, but that's when I'm going live through StreamYard to help you get there.
Got
Because
you.
you're going live. If you live, you can get and you can put it in vertical. Like yeah, you can still once you on StreamYard, you can still put it in vertical and it'll put you in the vertical algorithm
Gotcha.
on the short show. So you can still
Yeah,
stream like you streaming off YouTube. But with
yeah. My
StreamYard
friend,
helps you. Um,
my friend made me like a admin on his channel to help him, so I know how to do the StreamYard with mine. But I'm trying to get
yeah,
to 50 so I can go live on YouTube once in a while.
yeah. If you
Missing
just
Mod, thank you. She said I've
if you
been
just
subbed. That's what's up.
man, I hate this on my phone. Why does it keep
Sorry. But is the word sub to me? No, I'm just kidding. School. No, I'm just kidding.
I've
See,
been
now you
sub
know
to
how I
you.
get subs. I'm just kidding. No, I usually don't.
I'm
I usually
cool,
don't
but are
bring
you
that up.
sub to me?
But are you sub to me though? But I'm gonna sub to you, School.
Yeah, I think I'm sub.
How many subs you got, School?
Yeah, let's get him subbed up.
How many you have? Two, three, four, five, 6, 20? How close are you? You're muted, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. I'm at 25. I'm trying to get to 50.
Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I want to get 50 is just so if I'm ever in a situation like and I'm in a
Go
dangerous
live.
situation, yeah, with the
Yeah.
cops, I can go live. That's the only reason why.
Yeah,
Use it as
I
defense.
promote you, bro. I definitely promote your channel.
I got to put it
And
on
when
there.
you,
Hold on. I'm going to
yeah,
do it.
when you type in a chat so I can
That's
give
what I'm
you
going
a
to
wrench
do.
too.
Share,
Yeah.
copy. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom. There's
No,
my
you gotta type
channel.
something in the
Bam.
yeah, type
I did
something in
it.
the chat
I
first.
did it.
If
Yeah, that's my
if
channel
you
right there.
I don't think you got a blue wrench yet. So if you try to
Oh, I just
you
put
gotta
one in there. I don't
it's
know.
not showing though. No, it's not
Oh,
showing.
really? It's
I
showing
gotta
on
give
my
you a
screen.
wrench
Just
link.
just
Yeah.
type in the
Yeah.
chat like regular and
Yeah, just
then
put
Missing
like
Mod can grab
yeah,
it
and then
and
I
then post your link.
So when I put a link in there, it doesn't show on the screen.
unless you got a wrench. That's why I say
Oh,
just
so
type an
like,
L or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like that right there,
just
right?
type something. Yeah, now I can give you a wrench. Okay.
Oh, and then I can cut. Oh, I got it.
Now
Now I
you
can
can do
paste.
it. Yeah, now
Now
you
let's
can
see.
do
So now I paste it like this, and now you should be able to see it like that, right? Now you see it. Yeah,
There you go.
nice. Hell yeah, I'm almost there. Wow, it's getting so late. You guys are great, man. I'll tell you, I haven't had conversations like this in so long. And
Yeah,
the other
That's
guy,
pretty cool.
this how you
yeah,
know this how you know you cool because you took me past my limit. When I see 3 o'clock, I'll be like, I'm getting off.
yeah, me
I know,
too,
but we
man.
gotta
I'm
go.
gonna
We
go.
gotta go.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on the TV and go to sleep. But I gotta say, thank you so much for letting me rant, guys. I mean it.
Bro,
Thank
you ain't
you.
man. You helping us build content. We're having good conversation, man. You gave a lot of you gave a lot of information. I don't even know if you think of it like that, but just the way we was breaking, just our conversation, the way we was breaking it down, like talking about personalities and
Yeah,
like confirming, you confirmed a lot of the stuff I said over here. Like
hell yeah,
talking about how important the why is. Most people don't understand how important, like
hell
just
yeah.
asking yourself why something occurs or why someone is doing. That's how you get to a solution or understanding. And a lot of people don't look at it. Like, they just look at the
Nah, you're
what
so
and
right.
how it was done and what was done.
Yeah, they
But when
don't
they get it
understand
like
it.
this, yeah.
Nah, that's great, man. Commander, when I saw you, I was like, yo, I hope you come up here. Thank you so much for coming up.
Shout
And
out to you
yeah,
for
you're
bringing me up
awesome.
here.
Nah, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Ditto.
I'm gonna throw on a little like Buffalo Bill. I'm a big Buffalo Bills fan, Josh Allen. I'm gonna throw up a little YouTube breakdown of the game this weekend and fall asleep to it. All right, guys.
All right.
Oh,
Good
that's what.
night.
Hey,
Take it
you need to
easy.
come over to Gary's channel, his sports channel. Every
Hell yeah.
Monday and Friday. He do Sunday too. We talk about the football games. He talk about
Oh, that's
sports.
awesome.
We talk
That's
about
awesome.
wrestling over there, and we just talk, man. So that's another area you might enjoy.
Yeah, I
Mr.
like sports a
33.
lot.
His
Yeah,
is
you.
sports chat with Mr. 33.
Can
Yeah,
you put it on there by any chance? Can up
yeah.
there
Give me
Yeah,
the
let
one
me
second.
drop off and go do it.
I can
yeah
do
to
it.
put
I'm right
the
here. I can do it. Come on.
yeah. I'm gonna click on it right now and then
Let me
subscribe.
share it. Damn, I didn't share it up tonight. Okay, go back there. Okay, here you go.
Yo, Mr. Mod, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for everything.
You got Missing My channel too? She got a good channel too. We be on here
Yeah,
all the time.
I already went there and subscribed to Mr. Mod too. All right, my man. Yo, another good conversation. I will see you soon. Okay.
I'm putting Gary's channel in
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, I forgot about that.
Okay, you good. I'll put it in
All
there.
right, let me. I'm gonna go to it right now and subscribe. Done. Oh, he got 50 even. Wow, wow. Yo, Sports with Mister 33 just got 50 subscribers. All right, word. I'll see you soon. All right.
All right, my brother. You have a good one, man. Be safe out there, man.
All right, one.
One. I ain't even know Commander snuck her butt down that quick. But man, hey, this was a great conversation. I appreciate everybody coming through. Missing my, I know you talking about you ain't going live or whatever. After that, we going live. I need my dose. I need my fix. I need my fix. So, and if you ain't going live up there, then we're gonna start snatching you up here. And yeah, man, this is a great conversation, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. Gary, um, school came up. You know, we missed you, Chris. I know you probably gonna watch this on the replay, but we missed you. But uh, the lady at the nine came up. Shout out to my cousin, man. She came in the chat. I love my family, bro. I get excited when they come through. You know what I'm saying? I get excited. Shout out to my cousin, man. I know she will probably pop in and out every now and then. She don't really do social media like that, but yeah, shout out to her. I'm gonna get her up on the panel one day. But that's what I tell people, bro. Like my mama was in the chat. Shout out to my OG, man. I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy. But that's what I be telling people. I'm a real dude, man, and this is me. I give y'all me. You know, so when I talk about self-development, y'all hear a lot of these crazy stories, man. That's I guess you want to call it being transparent or vulnerable, but I'm doing that for a reason, right? To show people, like, look, man, I understand real life because I've been through it. So a lot of the things I see people going through, I've been there and done that, and I'm not saying that from a cocky way, but I'm actually saying it from a humble way because I've been through it. So I'm trying to tell y'all, give you a tool. I'm not saying what I did to help myself go work for you, but at least I can offer you the information. And that's what I'm here for. And that's why I enjoy it when other people come on a panel and share their experiences, because that's how we learn. A lot of times when we go through stuff, we haven't been through it, but other people have been through it. So if those other people can share some of the ways they overcame things, that's how you can grow, man. You know, it's just about being humble and accepting information. You don't have to, you know, take it as the golden rule, but it's just another perception or another tool that you can use to become a better version of yourself, you know. And a lot of these problems that we have, you know, especially talking about behavior, uh, some of the stuff, most of the stuff, I'm not even gonna say some, a lot of it is happening on the subconscious level. And the only way you're gonna be able to do something about it if you're aware of it. And that's what we're here for, man, is to bring that awareness. And not only that, but we got some solutions, you know. A better you is a better us. That's the way of the nine. So y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These conversations to build nations. And if we say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, man, that's all I got.
And do it for the nine.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me!